I understand, Master. You don't need to say more. Let's set out. The Dao Gang's rise starts with going to the capital to find fathers. Can we only take high officials as godfathers? That doesn't sound too secure. Think he'd be willing to take in 130 godsons? Maybe we could even fight for the throne. Master, let's set out. Set out my ass. It starts in 2 months. Why rush? Come with me. I'll prepare medicinal baths for you first. When you go to the capital to find fathers, don't mention my name. I still want Master to be our supreme elder. No thanks. I still have some pride. I can't afford that embarrassment. Master, people who cultivate the king's path lose cultivation when their followers die? Yeah, what about it? Then if we fake our deaths and leave the Spirit Spring sect, wouldn't the sect leader know everything? You don't think that when one person dies, the sect leader loses 1 point of cultivation, do you? Why not? It's not that simple. If it were, would sects dare go to war? They'd fight until their cultivation hit 0. Why the hell fight then? But Master, didn't you say, dead people lowering cultivation was just a broad way to put it? What really matters is a faction's overall fortune. A faction's fortune shifts normally every day. It isn't fixed. For instance, if lots of people get stomachaches, their fortune drops a little. If someone grieves over his wife's difficult labor, the fortune drops a little too. If there's endless infighting in the faction, its fortune plummets. But if everyone gets along, its fortune naturally rises. If a powerful enemy approaches, and everyone is panicked, the faction's fortune also falls. But if the sect leader steps in then, and calms everyone down, the fortune rises again. If everyone hates the same enemy faction, morale can soar like never before. Even if people die along the way, the fortune may not fall. Besides the king's path, merit path, and war path, are there other paths to choose from? There are countless paths, like the feast path. It's a path cultivated only by women. The more men they cultivate with, the stronger they become. There are even sleeping paths. Most girls in brothels follow the lust path. If they live long enough and sleep for 1,000 years, they may wake up invincible. The paths of cultivation are countless. There are all kinds of weird paths. Everyone has their own path. There's even a childbearing path. The more children you have, the higher your cultivation. But no matter what path it is, you must reach the 5-orifice path-choosing realm before you truly choose one. Once you reach the 5-orifice path-choosing realm, based on your past experiences and obsessions, 3 paths emerge deep in your mind for you to choose from. That's where the path-choosing realm gets its name. What kind of mess is that? It is kind of a mess. All these paths were created by later generations. They say there was only the traditional path at first. Back then, cultivation relied entirely on spirit stones. But spirit stones eventually run out, and there weren't enough for more and more people. So people without spirit stones who wanted to cultivate gradually created these complex side paths. Though the methods got a little messy, they no longer relied on spirit stones. That benefited many people. But now that I think about it, there's one thing I regret. I regret it now. Why didn't I choose the corpse path? With so many disciples like you, my cultivation would have soared. Enough nonsense. Stick your heads into the medicine. This month's medicinal baths and body tempering worked well. Come on again. Too slow. Again. That wooden umbrella of yours. I had an old friend. Appraise it. It's a magical artifact. Magical artifacts are spiritual tools used by Foundation establishment cultivators. But your artifact's function is a little... Is its function really that crappy? Crappy isn't quite the word. It looks like a wooden umbrella, but it can't keep out rain. It's actually a sword case for sword cultivators. A sword case? It nurtures spirit swords and keeps their spiritual essence. It can even nurture several at once. 12 umbrella ribs. 1 sword per rib. 12 swords total. Master, do you have a sword art that can control several flying swords at once and hit wherever you point? Number. Ordinary cultivators attach their will to flying swords. They can hit wherever they point, but they can't be very fast. Their will leaves the body with the sword. If someone attacks their body then, they may not dodge in time. The reason our sword cultivating origin swords are fast is that the moment the flying sword launches, the will is cut off. Whether it hits afterward depends on fate. The sword art you want needs flexible control. At least a key refining master made it. It must have other functions. Figure it out yourself. Keep tempering your bodies. Okay. Boss Dao is awesome. Boss Dao is awesome.
Ni Umeng.
Here, bring everyone who broke through to the one orifice body tempering realm.
Including the Fierce Tiger Gang.
Yes, sir. It's powerful enough, but my fists really hurt. Boss Dao, they're here. You guys are from my father's Fierce Tiger Gang. Now that you've broken through to the one orifice body tempering realm, you should know who gave you the body tempering herbs. Remember this favor. Don't thank the wrong person. We'll never forget the young master's gift of medicine. All right, that's it. You may leave. Hey, Boss Dao, are you taking power? Taking what power? Even if I took power from my father, what could I take? Power over the Fierce Tiger Gang. Well, I just want them to remember who gave them the medicine. So, being a cultivator feels pretty good, right? Hey, Boss Dao, I'm not bragging. But the way I am now, if I stormed the city gate again, I, Niu Meng, could tear apart all those city guards by myself. I could too. I even feel like I could compete with Niu Meng for second place. Liu Jianghe, are you getting cocky? Didn't I say it was just a feeling? Looks like I was wrong. Right, Boss Dao. My wife says she wants to cultivate too. I knew you were soft-hearted, but I didn't know you were this soft. The Dao Gang brothers haven't even gotten their herbs, and you want to give your wife some first. My bad. Brother Niu Meng, I was just asking. You still dare to ask? Enough. The body tempering herbs naturally go to our brothers first. The Dao Gang brothers get the first batch. Once they've all reached the one orifice body tempering realm, the remaining herbs will go to their families. I promise I'd make every one of you a cultivator. Master Dao, hearing you say that, I, Liu Jianghe, will die for you. Liu Jianghe, aren't you laying it on a bit thick? I'm just speaking from the heart. I, Liu Jianghe, will die for you. You don't need to die, actually. It's better to stay alive. No, I want to die for you. All right, go on. You all go too. Dower, do you think this trip to the capital will go smoothly? It will. Why? In the end, everything gets better. What if it doesn't? Then it's not the end yet. Do you know why Great Zhou is so eager for a sect that openly belongs to him? Because he wants to unite the land. Not quite. He follows the king's path, too. He wants this sect for its name and its power. He wants to take Great Zhou to greater heights. I want to sit in that seat, too. Then when you take that seat, Master Dao, can I be your chancellor? Number. Why not? You're too dumb. Then what office can I have? Chief eunuch. Oh no, Master Dao! Let Liu Xiangge do it. His wife's face would be hilarious. If I take that seat, the world will be far more exciting then. Master Dao, why do you want that seat so badly? Don't you? No, too tiring. Palace affairs are too much trouble. Master Dao, do you understand all that? Of course not. But some people do. That man is desperate for fame and power. He must have selfish desires. The sect world and Great Zhou may even become the immortal state of Great Zhou. Everyone cultivates. Everyone becomes a dragon. Big brother, you finally came to save me. That vile woman destroyed the statues of every past flying swallow sect leader. This grudge must be avenged. Hand over that vile woman within 3 breaths, or we'll slaughter you all. Go drag her out. We were just passing through. We don't know that woman. We have no intention of joining your fight. That woman has some tricks. We can't find her. Who dares hunt down my granddaughter? Good thing Grandpa came early, or they bully you again. We meant no offense to your granddaughter, sir. She only destroyed. You don't even know my granddaughter? How arrogant. Grandpa, you're amazing. Grandpa, they tried to catch me just now. This is... Grandpa, you're amazing. I want his wooden umbrella. Okay. It's even a magic artifact. Lucky you. If you like it, it's yours. Master Dao, are you okay? Go check the casualties. 9 demon child, the god I've cursed for 30 years. A few brothers' families are badly hurt, but the pills stopped it. No one died. Good. Within 3 days of entering the capital, I'll take the heads of 9 demon child and that bitch. Cultivators are still human, and humans can die. What's mine, Chandao's? Isn't for just anyone to take. Finally, we're here. The capital of Great Zhou, the very heart of Great Zhou. Even the street vendors here have seen cultivators. At the very least, they know a cultivator. All right, let's go into the city. You got it. Don't be fooled. These men are only at the 3-aperture blood-nourishing realm. But over the years, for killing at will or breaking some taboo, this blood spear army has killed plenty of foundation. Establishment cultivators. We're in the city. See those vendors by the city wall? Everything they sell is fake. They're all stories of travelers from the upper 3 provinces. Father, take the brothers and rent a courtyard in the capital to settle in. I'll take New Dabo for a walk. Let's see if we can find out anything. I'll go with you. The capital is dangerous. Yes. All right. The annual Great Zhou Staff Planting Tournament starts in 3 or 4 days. There are more cultivators in the capital now. Even the vendors have increased. Let's see if there's any useful news. Young hero, take a look at my 1,000-year ginseng. How much is this ginseng? Ah, young hero, you have a keen eye. You're clearly a disciple of a major sect. You spotted the one most precious item I have. This ginseng you're holding is over 1,000 years old. Guaranteed genuine. You said this 1,000-year ginseng was grown at your home? Why? Is there a problem? Homegrown. So it's safe to eat, right? Never mind. Young hero, you haven't even asked the price. Go on, ask the price. Sell your house. Was calling it 1,000-year ginseng too scary? That man's ginseng was spiced. I'd always heard this bird market was full of fakes. But after walking around, there wasn't a single real one. They're all fake. This Inn of Heroes was set up by Great Zhou. Any sect joining the staff planting tournament can stay here. No spirit stones required. Master, why didn't you say so earlier? I forgot. Let's go in and hear some news. Welcome, honored guest. Recently, the Inn of Heroes is only open to those joining the Great Joe Staff Planting Tournament. Please forgive us. We're here to join the Great Joe Staff Planting Tournament. My apologies. I failed to recognize you. May I ask your sex name? The Dao Gang. The Dao Gang is here for the Great Joe Staff Planting Tournament. Please come in. I am the head of the Tiger Fist sect. You must be Master Dao. You know me? Of course, Master Dao's reputation
Has long reached my ears.
I heard Master Dao took on several factions alone in Immortal Dragon City, killed an administrator of the Spirit Spring sect, and demanded the Spirit Spring sect apologize within 3 days. Otherwise, you'd wipe out the Spirit Spring sect. The Spirit Spring sect sealed its mountain the very next day. I am the head of the Thousand Fan sect. I heard Master Dao stormed into Immortal Spirit City for a woman. Who was that woman? Can they see through my cultivation? As long as you don't fight, no one below the Golden Core realm can see your cultivation. The Spirit Spring sect sealed its mountain. After Master Dao took on several factions, the Spirit Spring sect sealed its mountain the next day. Someone checked. They really set up a grand formation and blocked every path up the mountain. My beloved will come out eventually. Once the Spirit Spring sect lifts the formation, Master Dao will wipe out their whole sect. First place is definitely Master Dao's. Who would dare compete after scaring the Spirit Spring sect into sealing its mountain? It's just that the rankings need to be rearranged. What do you mean, rearrange the rankings? The tournament is run by Great Joe's internal guard. The first place reward is generous, but that winner will be attacked by all the sects together. Almost every past first place sect was wiped out. The sect that took first place 6 times hid in the capital, but was still slaughtered in a night raid. This year, we'll support one sect together to take first place, then compete for the next 9 spots. After they collect the reward, we'll split it among ourselves. That way, no one accidentally takes first place and gets their whole sect slaughtered. Are you really that afraid of first place? First place must publicly pledge allegiance to Great Joe. That means becoming enemies with all the major sects. All sects should be governed by Great Joe. What is Master Dao talking about? Why can't I understand it? So many cultivators rely on their power to ignore the law, burning, killing, and looting. So many sects only care about their own turf, freely harming Great Joe's interests. Warriors disrupt the law with force, without reform. How are cultivators any different from bandits? Several neighboring nations are watching us closely. If Great Joe weakens, can you really stay out of it? Sects should complement Great Joe. When the nation is strong and prosperous, we can become stronger too. Today, the Dao Gang publicly pledges allegiance to Great Joe. The Dao Gang will take first place. How was that speech? What a sanctimonious speech. We're new here. Could you give me a map of the capital? Let those words sink in. Then we'll bring gifts to visit. Why choose Great Joe? The sects don't need us. Great Joe only has the Dao Gang. Being the only one means we can act without restraint. Come on, prepare some modest gifts. We're going to find ourselves a godfather. We've already investigated it. The Blade Gang came from Stone City. They were once a band of mountain bandits. Later, they killed a recruiting disciple of the Spirit Spring sect and began fleeing for their lives. When they passed through Immortal Dragon City, they robbed the Spirit Spring Sect's pill shop, taking everything inside. They then pursued the shopkeeper of that Spirit Spring Sect pill shop and beheaded him at the city gate. As for the rumored Zhou,
taking on several factions alone.
I sent people to Immortal Dragon City to ask around. The reports are a little muddled, but it seems to have happened. It was likely exaggerated, though. The Dao Gang used to be just mountain bandits. They likely lack the strength to fight several factions with Foundation establishment cultivators. As for why the Spirit Spring Sect sealed its mountain, according to what I've learned, it wasn't because of the Dao Gang's threats. The Spirit Spring Sect leader was about to break through to a higher realm, so they sealed the mountain to cultivate in seclusion. How sincere do you think that boy was when he said warriors disrupt the law? I don't know. I told you to speak, so speak. Yes, in my humble opinion. It doesn't matter whether his words were true or false. What matters is that someone openly said those words. That's enough. At the Inn of Heroes, he said it before all those sects. It was probably more for show. He seems to be trying to gauge your Majesty's intent. His heart is not pure. Aren't you also trying to gauge my intent? I wouldn't dare. I would never dare to guess your Majesty's thoughts. Rise. I've never hidden my intentions. Everyone in Great Zhou knows them. Yet no one dares step forward. I built Great Zhou with my own hands. Yet in the end, everyone stands against me. Go make the arrangements. That boy must not die. Yes. They'll all die. Master Dao, these gauntlets are really nice. Commander-in-Chief of the Embroidered Sparrow Guard, directly under His Majesty. What you said yesterday has reached His Majesty's ears. So he sent me to protect you. This person beside me is one of the palace's 3 great sword saints, the white-clad sword saint, early Golden Core realm. Even the breeze seemed to stop for a moment. Of course, since you're a man of the martial world, you may have concerns about your reputation. So the white-clad sword saint will protect you in secret. He won't openly appear at your side. So rest assured, you needn't worry. What's the point of glory if your family is destroyed? Secret protection is just cleaning up afterward. Secret protection is absolutely unacceptable. What's your name? Wang Hao. Commander Wang. If it's convenient, could you do that again? Do it again. Just don't sneak into the compound again. Come in through the front gate. We'll welcome you too with drums and gongs. Let outsiders see His Majesty's boundless grace toward the Dao Gang. That way, in less than 3 days, every martial artist in Great Zhou will know. Your Dao Gang has become. What do you mean by that? Commander Wang means that in the eyes of the major sects, the Dao Gang will become Great Zhou's lapdogs, right? It already pains me that the major sects think so. It makes me Chan deeply sad. I never thought the chief commander of His Majesty's Sparrow Guard would say such a thing too. I Chan was born in Great Zhou and live in Great Zhou. I am Great Zhou through and through. Forget about lapdogs. I Chan am only speaking up for Great Zhou, as any citizen of Great Zhou should. Those sects violate Great Zhou's laws and harm Great Zhou's interests. Shouldn't they be condemned? I think every citizen of Great Zhou should step forward and spit at those sects that have become cancers. Brother Chen is truly noble. All right, enough talk. Let's do it again. All right. Thank you, Your Majesty, for caring about the Dao Gang's safety and sending protection for the Dao Gang. Thank you for Your Majesty's grace. Long live His Majesty long. Why keep it low-key? As citizens of Great Zhou, why hide it after receiving His Majesty's favor? Well, just a small gift. Sorry to make Commander Wang come all this way. Brother Chan, open bribery can cost you your head. Just a token of appreciation. Sword Saint, I'll be counting on you from now on. Just name your terms. I Chan will do my best to meet them. As of today, I, Bai Run, obey His Majesty's order to protect Chun Dao. Then my safety is in the Sword Saint's hands? From now on, I'll stay by your side. Where you go, I go. All right.
Niu Meng.
Bring all the brothers from the Dao Gang and Tiger Gang. And bring the gifts we prepared yesterday. We're visiting each household. Yes. Today's task may be a bit heavy. Work hard, everyone. All right. Disciple, be careful. The Nine-Devil Boy has come to the capital too. We don't know why he's here. I saw him at the bird market this morning. No rush. We'll discuss it after I visit everyone. This can't wait. First, let's pay a visit to the Prime Minister, a first-rank official. Bring the gifts. Mount up. Yes. Master, isn't this a bit much? It's fine. Go announce us. Yes. No need to announce yourselves. You must be young brother Chen Dao. At court this morning, your name came up quite a few times. It's just... Have I, Yuan, offended you somehow, young brother? See that? That's Master Dao. The men behind him with blades are all from the Dao Gang. He openly pledged allegiance to Great Zhou and opposes cultivators who break Great Zhou's laws and slaughter commoners. He has pledged allegiance to Great Zhou and plans to purge all the corrupt sects.
Not easy.
At last, a cultivator is willing to speak for us commoners. Yeah, Master Dao's power is unfathomable. He subdued all of Immortal Capital with one sword. Yeah, but he's declared war on every sect. There'll be no shortage of assassins. Hey, you're out of touch. See that? That's the white-robed Sword Saint. His Majesty personally ordered him to protect Master Dao. It's His Majesty's will. With a Golden Core Master here, who would dare assassinate him? You never know. Other sects have Golden Core cultivators too. Chun Dao greets the Prime Minister. I've long heard you are Great Zhou's pillar. As long as you are here, Great Zhou will be safe. No, young brother, don't say that lightly. Great Zhou's only true pillar is His Majesty. I, Yuan, merely carry out orders. I dare not wear such a lofty crown. Then may I come inside for a chat? Say what you need to say here. If people see us enter the manor together, rumors will surely spread. Niu Mang, bring out the gifts. I, Yuan, never take bribes. I've always hated bribery and corruption. Please take it back. Just a small, worthless gift. To show my respect for you, Prime Minister. Young brother, you're straightforward. You call it a small gift. And it truly is a small gift. Is there anything else you came for today? Yes, I-chan am from Stone City. And a citizen of Great Joe as well? Prime Minister, you treat the people like your own children, right? Treating them like my children may be an exaggeration, but it is a realm I have always pursued. So that means all citizens of Great Joe are your children, right? I suppose so. I-chan wished to take you as my godfather. I hope father will grant it. All right. No problem. What the hell did you just say? Usually, people build ties by marrying off their daughters. I've never seen anyone take a godfather before.
His Majesty is old now.
And has no heirs. Great Joe will be devoured by the old sex once he passes away.
His Majesty wants to absorb the sex fast.
Unify their strength, then send troops abroad, and rise into an imperial nation, breaking the limits of lifespan. But if he directly wipes them out, both sides will suffer heavy losses.
He can only back sects as pawns to fight each other.
The first 6 sects that pledged to Great Joe were all slaughtered.
His Majesty has been troubled over this.
But this kid jumped out before the coronation assembly even began. He came forward on his own. This is a whirlpool. Once you jump in, you become everyone's target. The sects will kill him at any cost to set an example, even if they lose a few golden core masters. The kid is clever, but he may not know how deep these waters run. I can't protect him. Wait, if he knew one sword saint wasn't enough, that's why he came to me. Agreeing would follow His Majesty's will. But I'd get dragged into the whirlpool too. If I refuse? Young brother, you're truly straightforward. But choosing family requires an auspicious day. Let's discuss it another day. I checked the almanac before leaving. Today is an auspicious day. But your parents must be present to become family.
Not necessarily.
We know the rules. The gift for a child to give his godfather was prepared long ago. How thoughtful. Let's do it another day. After all, becoming family requires several banquet tables. Of course, a family banquet is a must. Please take your seat, godfather. Damn, this is a blatant scheme. To hell with treating the people like his children. I thought this little fox came to seek justice. Turns out he came to find a godfather from the start. No need to sit. But since today is auspicious, why wait for another day? Today I'll accept you as my godson. Your godson Chen Dao greets father. All right, rise. Nothing. It just twitched again. Godfather, could you give me a calligraphy piece? This writing will surely be used by this. Little foxes clout everywhere. Young people sure are bold. You really don't need to do this. You're right. As long as you do it, someone will stand behind you. You're overthinking it, Godfather. I only admire the kind of man you are, Godfather. Then I'll leave you be, Godfather. Master, should we help him? No. Let's see if he lives 3 days. If he can't last 3 days, he's meaningless. Just watch. Yes. With the Chancellor taking the lead, those other high officials won't dare refuse.
Today,
We visited 36 high officials in the capital, with the Chancellor setting the example, and the sword saint by our side. I gained 36 more godfathers.
dower.
Why does no one seem to have any hope for you? The sect and Great Joe will decide victory by whether I live or die. That's normal. If I die, the sect wins. If I survive, I become the focus that decides the outcome. But Great Joe can't go all out to protect me at any cost. That's why they don't expect me to survive. If Great Joe wins, they'll assassinate me at any cost. The sect and Great Joe can't go all out, even if it means splitting their forces. Why can't Great Joe protect Master Dao with all its might? Why can't Great Joe protect Master Dao with all its might? Most importantly, we haven't shown we're worth the stakes that person would wager. Don't worry. It'll all work out. Cheap trick. Sword Saint, wait. It may be a trap to lure us away. Don't pursue too far. Let's go. Head back and rest for the night. This was just the first test. More of a warning for a faction to grow fast. It must step over other factions' corpses. Destroying the sect would let the Dao Gang grow fast. Many in the Dao Gang are still mortals.
Cultivation resources are scarce right now.
Enter the second stage of key refining. You must first get used to your body. After your strength surges, you must train with punches to control your body. With good talent, it takes a day. Only after years can one sense the danshin. Life and death fights adapt you fastest. But the death rate is too high when you lose control. Most people only spar with fellow disciples. Master Dao, 9 Demon Child, has checked into the Butterfly Inn. Let's go. He took my things. It's time he spit them out. Sword Saint, a cultivator broke Great Joe law before you. Will you cut him down or not? If you tell me to, I'll cut him down. If you tell me not to, I'll pretend I never saw it. For this time, I'll follow your lead. That man sent a golden core Sword Saint, not just to protect me, but to see if I dare strike a sect. He wants me to be the first one out, to turn the national war into sect infighting. He'll only crush the defiant sects. The rest must be won over. If Great Joe starts a war outright, the hatred will run too deep. They'll be nearly impossible to win over later. I'm a pawn to start the war, and I earned this seat myself. Touch pork and the smell sticks. That's enough for me now. Prepare horses. Let's meet 9 Demon Child at the Butterfly Inn. The Dao Gang killed the Spirit Spring sect's welcoming elder in Stone City. They came all the way to the capital and openly pledged themselves to Great Joe. I know this Dao Gang. I've looked into them. My disciple died at their hands. But I had more urgent business in the capital, so I didn't seek them out at once. I didn't expect them to show themselves and openly join Great Joe. They're asking to die. Little demon, a fortune teller, read your fate just now. He said today is your death day. You're courting death. Tian Gang, were you provoking us just now? My name is Chan Dao from Stone City. You may have heard my name. The Dao Gang is my force. We met not long ago. That day, your granddaughter took my wooden umbrella. Didn't your father teach you not to take people's things? Chan Dao, you killed an elder of my Spirit Spring sect. I didn't come for you, yet you came to me. Even a dog should know its master's strength. You're asking to die. You've really given 9 a surprise. The famed Golden Core cultivator, the white-robed Sword Saint. Looks like you haven't looked up today. What do you mean? Nothing. This... But you'd better protect him forever. I've got my eye on him. Let's go. You can't leave. What? You think you can keep me here? Does he dare hold me? I'm the 4th elder of the Spirit Spring sect.
Ask him.
Do you know what it means to touch me? Number. Everyone, listen up. This man is called Wine Demon Child. He's a foundation establishment cultivator. To satisfy his own desires, he has abducted countless young women, raping them to death. Even his foster father, the Minister of Justice, weeps at the sight of him. Should such a man be killed? I, Chun Dao, ask you again. Should 9 demon child be killed? Huh, you want to kill me? You're counting on this bunch? I could choke them all to death with one hand. Give them 10 times the nerve. Would they dare? He should die. 9 demon child's granddaughter killed my child. Only because my child wouldn't give her the rattle in his hand. 9 demon child should die. Good. To raise his cultivation, 9 demon child has slaughtered countless cultivators just to steal a few spirit stones. He treats his peers like pigs and dogs. Should he be killed? He should die. Yes. 9 demon child saw my father carrying 100 spirit stones and followed him. He brutally murdered him. He even cooked and ate the body. This hatred keeps me awake day and night. My father is dead. There's no point in me living. Today, Master Dao will bring justice for everyone. I won't hide in the back. 9 demon child must die. Bullshit. Slander me again, and I'll turn your whole family into buns for dogs. Look, everyone. Heaven is unjust. He killed my father and wants to make my whole family into dog food. The Spirit Spring sect does nothing. Great Joe can't control him. When can I ever avenge this? 9 demon child must die. Master Dao, please bring us justice. Very good. For his granddaughter, 9 demon child has harmed many pregnant women. Just because that evil girl likes breast milk. A man so vile. Should he be killed? He should be killed. My wife was taken away like that. They drained her for 3 whole days. When I found her body, there wasn't just no milk. There wasn't even blood left in her. Master Dao, kill him for us. We'll owe you our lives. If you ever need them.
Take them.
Good. I, Chun Dao, ask you once more. Should this man be killed? Kill him, kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. 9 demon child must die. Kill him. Master Dao, bring us justice. This. Good, good. Destroy his danshin. Break all 4 limbs. Leave him barely alive. Do the same to the woman beside him. But bring her to me. I have questions for her. What's this? No need to be so polite. You're crazy. You really dare kill me? I, Shan Dao, have destroyed the old demon's danshin and broken his limbs. He's now like a limbless mortal. Everyone, this fiend has done endless evil. Today I'll leave him to you. Thank you, Master Dao, for avenging us. Without Master Dao, who knows when we get vengeance? Let me ask you something. Answer right, and I'll spare your life. Ask away, I'll answer anything. What is 9 demon child's real name? Grandpa's real name is 9 demon child. What, could his surname be 9? And his name demon child? Yeah, my full name is 9UU. I said I'd spare you if you answered right. But you answered wrong. Let me say my name again. My name is Chun Dao. Perhaps cultivators once could kill at will with their power. But from now on, I, Chun Dao, won't allow it. From now on, if any of you suffer harm from cultivators, send a letter to the Chan residence. I, Chun Dao, will read every letter myself and strictly follow Great Zhou law to judge those cultivators. Sword Saint, please transfer all property on 9 Demon Child, and you too, Great Joe, for its officials to take over. Other than that wooden umbrella, which was mine. I, Shan Dao, took nothing else. But 9 Demon Childs. Storage bags are all gone. The girl's storage bag is gone too. What? How could this happen? Outrageous! There's a thief in the crowd. I suggest a thorough search. Though I'm not very smart. I think this time you'll get an answer from Great Joe. That's Sword Saint. Why do you keep saying you're not very smart? Don't you claim to be smart? Don't you know that usually smart people are good looking? I can't protect you tonight. I'll leave a sword formation here. As long as you don't leave it, no one below Golden Core can touch you. Of course, under normal circumstances, the Golden Core experts of major sects won't enter the capital. Because they don't dare. No one's an idiot. It's fine for everyone to play from afar. But if they come to the capital in person, they won't gamble on whether His Majesty will spare them. Everything went smoothly. Of course it did.
Anyway,
These days are still nerve-wracking. But seriously, why are you carrying another box of pastries? Those walnut pastries called butterfly crisps. I'm fucking sick of them these days. No matter how good it is, it can't be a meal. Let's hope tomorrow goes smoothly too. And we can bring home another box of pastries. From now on, bring home a box of pastries every day. Don't come see me without pastries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you training your body? Why does it look like you're training a private army right under His Majesty's nose? They're used to being lazy. There's no way they could become a well-trained army. If our Chun family can build an army made entirely of cultivators, then no matter who we face, wouldn't victory be a total rout? Father, that's a dangerous idea. Even generals with military power wouldn't dare train private armies in the capital. Then stop. Shouldn't we keep training first? I'm fine. This is just a small matter. Even if something happens to me, it's still a small matter. All right, Father. You get back to work. I've got things to do too. All right. Your 6th uncle has dinner ready. Come eat when you're done. Got it. To ride the tide, you must read those in power. Guess right, and you'll rise with the wind. Guess wrong, and the wind dies, along with you. So the wind can't stop. It must blow stronger and stronger. Once it stops, it's a deadly trap with no escape.
Come in.
This is the storage bag from 9 Demon Child. There's quite a bit of good stuff in it. After this act of chivalry, it's heaven's reward. Master Dao, wasn't this flaw a bit too obvious? Too obvious? A little. The Sword Saint says he's not smart. He may not see it. But once he tells His Majesty all this,
His Majesty will surely understand.
if he thinks it through, even without proof, he could easily point the finger at you, Master Dao. Liu Meng, you've been a bandit too long. Your vision is too narrow. You only see the most obvious gains and losses. His Majesty is different. People in that position only see the bigger picture. If the bigger picture is right, then even wrong becomes right. And what's right is even more right. And that's exactly what we want him to think. The easiest way to make someone feel in control is to hand over your weakness and your greed for certain things to the one in power. Only when His Majesty feels he has control will he invest more heavily in us. Our position now is like a pawn provoking the enemy before a war. Do you think that Golden Core cultivator came to save me? No, he came to save His Majesty's face and his greater cause. If someone who openly speaks for Great Joe dies the next day, if someone who openly stands up for Great Joe dies the next day, how can Great Joe win the people's hearts? Those wavering small sects and forces. Why would they firmly choose Great Joe? He's not protecting my life, Shandao's life. He's protecting his face and the momentum of Great Joe. What we must do is tie ourselves to His Majesty's face and Great Joe's momentum. Only then can we stand almost unshaken. Because if we fall, it means His Majesty's cause is lost. The mad power unleashed by an old man near death is terrifying. He won't let me die. But before that, we need to give His Majesty the feeling that he can control us. He doesn't want to back an ungrateful traitor. So we need to give him leverage over us. Show our true intentions. Let His Majesty know. We stepped up only to profit from it. For example, using the sword god's hand to kill 9 demon child, then secretly taking his belongings for ourselves? But wouldn't that make His Majesty uncomfortable? No one likes someone who approaches them just for profit, right? Maybe others are like that, but not His Majesty. Believe it or not, if we really killed 9 demon child, took none of his valuables, and turned everything in untouched, His Majesty would feel even more uneasy. He'd have to find out why we stepped up. After all, this talk of supporting Great Joe isn't even something he believes. No one likes using someone who has no flaws at all. It makes people afraid and gives them the urge to destroy them at once. Master, doesn't all this thinking wear you out? You don't need to think about what's obvious. So Master Dao, what you said when you killed 9 demon child today was for this purpose too. Yes, only by tying our lives to His Majesty's face and to Great Jin's affairs can we stay safe. After today, our reputation will rise a lot. The greater our reputation, the less likely His Majesty will let us die. Great Joe's current momentum is like a candle almost burned out, and my appearance will make that candle flare up again. Once it goes out, the candle will burn out for good. Because I'm not just betting my own life. I'm also betting Great Joe's last remaining fortune. You mean, His Majesty is also betting Great Joe's fate? Do you know why Great Joe's situation is so dire? Yet only our Dao gang has stepped up. I know this one, because there are examples from before. No force dares risk having their whole sect slaughtered to step up. Damn it, I finally knew one. No, that's only the surface reason.
Even if no force stepped up.
As long as His Majesty wished, he could back a sect to speak for him. Then use it to crush those rotten sects one by one. But why hasn't he done that? Because the deeper reason is, His Majesty doesn't dare gamble either.
His Majesty is already old.
Great Joe's national fortune is declining. Great Joe can only gamble once. If it loses, it's finished for good. Those forces fear being wiped out, so they don't dare show themselves. But who knows that His Majesty is afraid too? Now that he's at the table, he can only bet every chip he has. What we need to do is become the one he bets on. Simple, isn't it? Master Dao you've never met. His Majesty? How can you read him so well? What if you guess wrong? You don't need to understand a person. You only need to understand the bigger picture. When the tide is set, no one can do whatever they want. Everyone does things against their will. 9 demon child storage bag is to ease His Majesty's discomfort at being dragged into this. The stage has only just been set. Take it slow. No rush. That sword saint in white said, His Majesty intends to establish an agency to oversee cultivators. You guessed even that, Master Dao? No, I'm not a god. I told you, when the tide is set, no one can do whatever they want. The current tide is that His Majesty wants to bring most sects in Great Joe under his control and deal with those old rotten sects. He wants to unite them and strengthen Great Joe's power and fortune. Not start a war and fight to the death. Wasn't it just a couple shouts before a killing? Who knew it would stir up so much trouble? Good thing I got out early. Otherwise, once you're caught in a whirlpool like this, you might be talking big at noon. and have your guts hanging from the city gate by afternoon. What a world. People are too complicated. Master Dao, so you had the Dao gang families act as plants nearby, just to stir up public sentiment? That's only part of it. The bigger reason was to let them kill the 9-demon child themselves, so they'd feel involved. That's the honor and sense of involvement, of judging and acting with their own hands. These people will tirelessly brag to their friends and family with excited faces, and that will rapidly boost our prestige. Try this dish. You can't get it in Stone City. It's a specialty here in the capital. They say it's extra crisp, with a natural fennel flavor. Nice, sixth uncle. This is great. With skills like these, you're definitely number one in Great Joe. I didn't make this. Your father did. Father, you made this? What? Do you think your father can't cook a little? No, father. I've just never seen you cook before. When your mother was still around, I often cooked for her. After she passed, I never cooked again. Sadly, when she was with me, I was at my lowest. She suffered every hardship she should have, but enjoyed none of the good life. Still, maybe it's better she left early. With things as they are now, she'd worry herself sick every day. Forget it. Let's not talk about that. Dig in, everyone. All right. Why are you practicing again? Aren't you sleeping tonight? I sleep, just not much. By the way, what are we doing today? We're going to the Stand Tall convention. Isn't prestige the most important part of that convention? Don't we already have that? Why go at all? Prestige is important, of course, but those 100 sets of body-tempering herbs matter too. How many Daogang brothers are still ordinary people? Did a donkey kick you in the head? Cough, cough. After hearing Master Dao yesterday, my outlook got broader, so I subconsciously thought 100 sets of body-tempering herbs weren't important. Greetings, Sword Saint. Did you bring back any news, Sword Saint? I did, first. Congratulations to the Dao Gang for taking first place in the Stand Tall convention. You are awarded 100 sets of body-tempering herbs for mortals, worth hundreds of thousands of spirit stones. Also, 20 magical broadswords. Thank you for His Majesty's grace. The second matter. His Majesty has established the Bureau of Celestial Affairs to judge cultivators who violate Great Zhou law. And you, Chan Dao, will be its first director. Thank you for His Majesty's favor. I, Chan Dao, will do my duty. And never disappoint His Majesty. Don't celebrate yet. This bureau has a name, but no base. And so far it's just you and me. I never thought I'd see the day I'd be assigned to a department like this. The Bureau of Celestial Affairs reports directly to His Majesty. Its first task is to visit the major sects and collect all the taxes they've refused to pay over the years. Under Great Zhou law, all sects must pay a set amount of taxes each year. When Great Zhou was founded, His Majesty for peace across the land granted a general amnesty and exempted all sects from taxes for 3 years. Yeah, but even after 3 years, the sects still won't pay. They really should make up those back taxes. I know you're smart. Don't play dumb with me. Sword Saint, this is an imperial order for the Bureau of Celestial Affairs. How can you call it a suicide mission? It's just the two of us. No one else is joining me in this mess. Don't rush. When do we leave? By noon tomorrow at the latest. We must set out. Is there a deadline? Yes, 7 days. All sect taxes must be collected. This tax run has huge profits in it. If we pull it off, the Dao Gang can soar to new heights. But this tax collection trip is nearly impossible. He wants to go after the sects, so why send only the two of us? He did decide to go all in, but he's more timid than I thought. He's making me test the waters first. If I pull it off perfectly, then he'll officially make his move. What a disgusting bastard. If I had troops, I'd have kicked him from the table long ago. If I'm not mistaken, this bureau can't be announced publicly, right? Only the bureau itself can know it exists. If word gets out, Great Joe will deny it exists. Right. If it works, he'll officially go all in. If it fails, he'll act like nothing happened and keep waiting for his chance. This trip, there's no point in them coming along. Let them improve their cultivation fast. Come with me. It's just the three of us this trip. Yes. A handsome guy like me. If I die, it'd be a huge loss to the world. Chen Dao, do you have a plan or not? Are we really going to collect taxes head-on? We've already left the capital. Any second now we could run into some golden core cultivators blocking the road. People could die. There are three major sects in Great Joe: the Spirit Spring sect, Thousand Serpents sect, and Philosopher sect. These three sects existed before Great Joe was founded. Dynasties have changed many times, but they still stand strong. All three sects openly have golden core cultivators. That means at least 3 golden cores. This tax collection. Does His Majesty want face or taxes?
He didn't say.
But whether it's face or taxes, those sects won't give either. Since we need taxes, we just need to scrape some together. We can't mess with the 3 major sects. So we'll find sects without golden core cultivators. Go argue with the people upstream. No, your way is too civilized. Those downstream people should just go farther upstream and shit and piss in the river. What kind of barbaric plan is that? It's a little barbaric, but it solves the problem. This will anger His Majesty. It won't. We're just collecting taxes by imperial order. But why wipe out an entire sect over taxes? First, they defied the decree and refused to pay. Second, they couldn't pay enough spirit stones. Only seizing everything from the whole sect covers the taxes. Those 2 reasons are enough. You plan to reason with His Majesty? If he's truly angry, he won't reason with you. Something about that doesn't sound right, Daoist. Daoist priest, should we find a way to get the master and the others out? I don't think Bai Run is that loyal to Great Joe. Why not slaughter a few sects and flee abroad with the spirit stones? No, I can't leave Great Joe. No ruler nearby is like Great Joe's ruler. His time is running out, and he has no heir. Only in Great Joe can we stir up war and grow fast. We must strengthen the Dao Gang and Tiger Gang fast. They're the people I can trust. Enough. Just wait quietly. Yes. This is everything from the lower sect. As you ordered, we let a few outer disciples escape. We killed the rest. Chen Dao, are you sure we can survive this? Probably. What do you mean, probably? I want a clear answer. Fine, we can definitely survive. Damn it. All right, we can head back. Head back? Chen Dao, what the hell are you up to? We're going back already. Why did we leave the ancestral hall? To collect taxes. What kind of tax is this? We slaughtered one sect, then went home. Of course, after work this tiring, shouldn't we rest? And we still have plenty of days. Why rush? This sect tax issue, I can't solve it. I can only escalate the conflict and force someone who can solve it to step forward. It's already the 2nd day, yet there's no word from the capital. A sect was forcibly taxed and wiped out to the last person. Something this big shouldn't be completely hushed up. All these years, the sects in the capital only clashed in secret. No sect has ever been wiped out for breaking Great Joe law. Either the escapees met with trouble, or someone buried the news. A neighboring army is at Great Joe's border. Master, what do you mean? Last night, Linglong sent 10,000 armored troops to Great Zhou's border. They didn't cross the line. But they're right at it. Those armored troops are no joke. An entire army, all at blood nourishment or above. Each one is covered head to toe in special iron armor. More importantly, each carries a heavy shield, big enough to cover their whole body. Those shields are nourished in blood day and night. Their power can't be measured. They say this army once withstood a Golden Core cultivator's full force strike, without a single casualty. We got this news this morning, but the capital likely knew last night. Linglong? I see. The neighboring state chose now to bare its fangs. Naturally, Great Zhou wouldn't dare let turmoil rise within at a time like this. No wonder the sect massacre was completely covered up. I understand, Master. I train my body every day too. When can I reach the 2-aperture key refining stage? That depends on your talent. 2 or 3 days at best. 2 or 3 years at worst. All right, I get it. Linglong Pill, 2nd grade upper tier. Take it before the martial aperture path choosing realm. It may give you an extra yin law path. An invitation from the lion demon. Princess Beiping. Sword Saint. Do you know Princess Beiping of Changsha? Of course. But you should focus on taxing the sex. If the taxes don't reach His Majesty in 7 days, there'll be trouble. No rush. We still have days. Tell me more about Princess Beiping. What's there to say? She comes to Great Zhou every year for a poetry banquet. Talented people from both nations gather to compose poems. She comes every year. Could she have other motives? Of course, Princess Beiping wants me. Sorry, Sword Saint, is that true? Of course it is. See for yourself. After each poetry banquet, she has someone send me a letter. It's normal for women everywhere to like me by. She's just one of them. I didn't know you were this charming. Naturally. Do you know why I'm one of the Imperial Palace's 3 sword saints? The Forbidden's palace is full of guards and experts. I used to live in the palace and guard His Majesty personally. But I was too handsome, and His Majesty's consorts kept flirting with me. So I was demoted to the Forbidden's palace. Why are you so proud when you were clearly demoted? Is that hard to understand? His Majesty's women have high standards, yet they think highly of me. Doesn't that prove my charm? Have you considered that sending you to collect taxes with me might be related to this? No way. I thought this tax collection was a test. Now that you mention it, does His Majesty want an excuse to chop us both up? No way, I didn't do anything. To prove my innocence, I personally reported this to His Majesty. What? Did I do something wrong? No, you did the right thing. Forget that for now. Tell me when Princess Beiping's poetry banquet starts. It starts today. Why? Come on, go to the poetry banquet with me. No, if you want to go, go alone. That woman is insane. I'll never see her again in this life. If you don't see her this time, you may truly never see her again. You mean someone's after her? Impossible.
He has a core formation cultivator from Changsha guarding him.
Great Zhou and Changsha are allies. Nothing can happen. Number. I mean, you may be in trouble. This test can help us survive. Or you'll die as the scapegoat. What's a scapegoat? That small sect incident yesterday was covered up. Linglong's army is already at the border. If Linglong launches a full attack, and Great Zhou wants to fight back, it must join the sects against the enemy. To ease the sect's anger, you'll have to die. Why me? After all, you wiped out that sect yourself. Are you sure Princess Beiping can help us? Of course. Fine, I'll go with you to Princess Beiping's corpse banquet. Such innocence. He's so easy to fool. At the corpse banquet, the nine-demon child has a Linglong pill. Get it and trade it for powerful artifacts. That'll strengthen the Dao gang. Linglong's army is at the border. Sect taxes hardly matter now. I guess I'm enduring humiliation, huh? Sacrificing my looks to stay alive. What's that place? That's Prince Chen's manor. The emperor's younger brother. A beast tamer. What's a beast tamer at Prince Chen's manor? It's also a path chosen at the martial aperture path-choosing realm. Didn't you see all those young women in line? Yeah, I saw them. They're applying to be beasts at Prince Chen's manor. Wait, you mean... Think bolder. Exactly what you're thinking. Once chosen, these women enter Prince Chen's manor. Other than Prince Chen and the guards, it's almost all women inside. They're not allowed to wear clothes. They can only crawl on all fours. They even wear tails made of costly fur. They look like wild beasts. So everyone secretly calls Prince Chen a beast tamer. Then Great Zhou allows this. Allows what? These young women volunteer. No one's forcing them. For many girls, it's a great job. The monthly pay is huge. If they die in the manor by accident, their families get a huge payout. Even if he's taming beasts, he doesn't need this many women applying, right? Prince Chen really is extravagant. There are no spittoons or toilets in the manor. Wait. You don't mean... Prince Chen once said, "There's nothing in this world that young women can't replace. Even the beds are jade beds." Beds made of jade? No. 8 grown women lie on the floor, and you sleep on their jade bellies. Really? What a carefree life. That's exactly right. Prince Chen is quite skilled at raising beasts. Many nobles in the capital have received his trained beasts. Beasts. That's the elegant name Prince Chen gives those barbarian girls. In my past life, history showed. The rich and powerful saw this as refined entertainment. It wasn't rare either. Welcome to the capital, though it's Great Zhou's center. Not everyone here is rich. For the poor to rise, the first path is having a gifted child, then sending them to a sect. Once they master cultivation, they can support the whole family. But that road takes 4 or 5 generations. One small mistake, and generations of effort go to waste. The second path is having a pretty daughter, to win wealth for the whole family. But Daoist Master, just call me Chen Dao. May I ask who you are, sir? It really is you, Daoist Master. I was afraid I'd mistaken you for someone else. All along the way, your name has been ringing in my ears, Daoist Master. My father sent me to train in other cities. I didn't gain much from it, but your exploits kept finding their way to my ears. In Immortal Dragon City, I heard, you wiped out the Zhou family alone, with one sword. You fought several factions by yourself, and all those things afterward made me admire you beyond words. Now that I've met you, I can't believe you're this young, Daoist Master. So young and accomplished. It makes me feel ashamed by comparison. They're all rumors. Don't believe them. Daoist Master is just a nickname from the martial world. Nothing worth mentioning. Just call me Chen Dao. But may I ask which force in the capital you're from, sir? I have ties to quite a few nobles in the capital. Maybe though we've never met, we're connected some other way. He's not wrong. Many notable people in the capital are his godfathers. If this man's father is one too, then what does that make them brothers? Greetings, young prince.
Hey, Daoist Master.
We met in the martial world. No need for all that formal nonsense. My name is Chen Lauer. Call me second brother. I'll call you brother Dao. My father is Prince Chen. To make his stance clear, he gave me a name like this. Whenever I say it, it feels kind of embarrassing. Enough. Don't overthink it, Brother Dao. I know that look all too well. Whenever I give my name, everyone looks like that. Come in and have some tea with me. I truly want to be friends with you, Brother Dao. Since I was little, I've envied swordsmen who roam the world. Free and unfettered. That's the life. I'm honored by your kindness, young prince. But the timing is unfortunate today. We're going to Princess Beiping's poetry banquet. I'm afraid we'll have to decline. You're going to Princess Beiping's poetry banquet? That's right. Do you have invitations? Of course. Why? Does the young prince want to come with us? No, since you have invitations. Don't you know Princess Beiping's annual poetry banquet is held at Prince Chen's estate? I guessed a restaurant, an estate, even a pleasure boat. Why did it have to be Prince Chen's estate? A few days ago I heard. Even a golden core brute goes in for 3 days and comes out skin and bones. Carried out sideways. The poetry banquet is at Prince Chun's estate? Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know either. I always avoid Princess Beiping. I've never attended her banquet before. I never cared about it. How was I supposed to know it was here? Young prince, you're finally back. The prince told you to return at once. The banquet is about to begin. Got it. You go on ahead. Brother Dao, come in with me. Do me a favor, okay? Before my father left, he ordered that I bring back a capable martial artist this time. I had my eye on the 3 heroes of Immortal Dragon City, but I could never find them. I was ready to go home and get beaten. But then I happened to meet you, Brother Dao. If you'll come inside with me, my father will surely be pleased. And I won't ask for your help for free. I'll give you 10 fine jade beasts as a gift. This must be Lord Bairan, one of the 3 sword saints of Jin Palace. The man Princess Beiping has always loved. No wonder you're so extraordinary. Greetings, young prince. You flatter me, young prince. Then please follow me. I'll be your host today. Are you sure Princess Beiping really likes you? No doubt, it's perfectly normal. Something's off. Way off? A foreign princess comes to Prince Chun's estate every year. She says she's chasing a sword saint. Who'd believe that? Is it different from the rumors? The rumors say the women at Prince Chun's estate wear nothing. That's all rumor. My father hates women who don't wear clothes. A horse needs a saddle. A woman needs clothes. Pretty, but no good to ride. Prince Chun's way of teaching really leaves me speechless. The rules here really are different from outside. That rock garden over there isn't made of ordinary stone. It's made from the foundation stone of a spirit stone mine. A spirit stone mine worth millions collapsed, and only a few pieces came out. It's excellent material for formations. It looks good as a rock garden too. Here at the estate, it's just scenery. When sunlight hits it from different angles, it shines differently. At night it's dark blue, especially beautiful. My father found this spring. It's a treasure. It's only palm-sized, but it keeps pouring out water wherever you put it. The water is sweet. In wartime, it could supply an army of 10,000. A mountain needs water to have spirit. My father likes tea, but he likes smoking tea even more. The estate has lots of these jade beasts set up. They're made to catch ash. That way, the ash won't blow everywhere. Prince Chan is clearly moody and unpredictable. I really shouldn't have come in. They don't even have anything to hold water. What are they rushing off to do? There's a strict time limit. They can't be early or late by even a moment. That's why they don't dare stop. These spirit beasts eat only fruit. Their mouths smell fruity year-round. The water they produce makes sweet, fruity tea. It's a specialty of Prince Chen's estate. You have to try some later. I'm just an ordinary man. Even if you beat me to death later, I still won't drink the tea here. Brother Dao, I've always heard you're a great fighter and a man of high character. I never knew you also studied poetry. Rumors can't be trusted. I'm only at the first body tempering stage. I've barely begun cultivation. And I only know a little about poetry. You're too modest, Brother Dao. No wonder Father always tells me to be humble. So this is how true talent acts. By the way, the martial world only speaks of how you, the immortal quelling swordsman Zhang Cheng, slew the 9 demon boys in the street. But I've never heard of a woman by your side. So I assume you still don't have one. Thank you for the offer, young prince. I'm devoted to the Tao. I can't let jade beasts ruin my body. I truly can't accept them. What are you thinking? I'm asking. If you have a girl you've pledged your life to. No, I don't. What do you mean, young prince? Perfect. Princess Beiping's close friend is coming too. She's the only daughter of a wealthy merchant from Changsha. Her name is Liu Yueqi. Liu Yueqi? Liu Yueqi. Her figure, looks, manners, and upbringing are all first-rate, and she has that soft, sweet voice unique to Changsha women. The Liu family is rich enough to rival a nation. They do business in several nearby countries, though they hold no office. They're still a great family. And she's their only daughter. She's barely worthy of you, Brother Dao. If you're interested, I can give you two some time alone. Thank you for your kindness, young prince. But I'm devoted to the Tao. No interest in romance. Fine, but it's a shame. There aren't many eligible women in Great Zhou worthy of you, brother. She won't be coming back next year either. This year, he came only to find a Linglong pill. That's why he made the trip to Great Zhou. For the Linglong pill, he suppressed his cultivation.
He is held back for 3 years from entering the Zidao realm.
He insists on taking the pill before entering the 5-orifice Zidao realm. Whoever finds one will receive the Liu family's red grade token, 100,000 spirit stones, and a favor. The Linglong pill lets one grasp the Tao of music. Pretty useless. How's that better than the martial Tao? If you're willing to spend spirit stones on the martial Tao, reaching golden core in a year isn't impossible. Prince Zhao, you said you wanted to give Liu Yuchen and me some time alone together. Aren't you devoted to the Tao? Didn't you already turn her down? After hearing you, I've suddenly taken a liking to her. Huh, you like her just from hearing her name. Liu Yuchen is a beautiful name. I'm sure she's beautiful too. Of course. Her name says it all. Liu Yuchen is a beautiful name. She must be beautiful too. Oh, tell me what's so beautiful about it? You means moon. Chen also means moon. Together it's 2 moons. 2 moons make a friend. Perfect for making friends. Little Yu Chen. Bye, Run. You finally came to see me. I knew you still cared about me. Come with me, okay? As long as you come with me, I'll tell my father right away to build you a Prince Bai manor in Changsha. It'll be grander than Prince Chun's manor, okay? You're a golden core cultivator. As long as you come to Changsha, my father will treat you well. Your Majesty, someone's poaching right under your nose. I am devoted to the Tao. I've never considered romance. Princess, please have some self-respect. That kid's still such a rookie, isn't he? If he runs off, who'll protect me? He's so unreliable. Bai run, wait for me. I have so much to tell you. It's an old Changsha tradition. What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? The princess wants to poach Prince Bai Run. This golden core cultivator goes back to Changsha. That's how Changsha built its kingdom. The tradition has lasted to this day. Princess Bai Ping already has 2 prince consorts. One of her consorts is a golden core cultivator. He should be hiding in the void right now, protecting the princess at her side. Would that consort hiding in the void not be mad seeing this? Of course he's mad. What man could watch his woman get pursued right in front of him and not get mad? He's probably livid already, with his fists clenched, shaking with rage. Then why doesn't he step in? He's a golden core cultivator, after all, trapped by love and lust. So what if he's a golden core cultivator? That consort was once a golden core cultivator of Linglong Kingdom. He came from humble beginnings and had many lucky breaks along the way. Later, Princess Beiping took a liking to him. What happened between them is unknown to outsiders. After that, he followed the princess like he was possessed, willingly guarding her at all times. Linglong and Chuxia Kingdom nearly went to war over it, though they didn't fight in the end. Their relations fell to rock bottom. Otherwise, why do you think Liu Yuqin, the daughter of Liu Kingdom's richest merchant, can't even get one Linglong pill? No wonder Byron fears Princess Beiping so much. She's far too ambitious, and she already has 2 consorts. Then who is Princess Beiping's other consort? Didn't you say she has 2 consorts? The other one is a golden core cultivator too. The other one isn't. He's only a foundation establishment cultivator. He's a scholar from Qi Kingdom. He lacks talent for cultivation, but he's gifted at governing. He's helped Chuxia Kingdom enact many reforms these years. So Princess Beiping is Chuxia Kingdom's tool for recruiting talent. Using a princess to recruit talent from other nations is quite a price to pay. It's just a nickname in the martial world. Just call me Chun Dao. Old Chun wasn't wrong. This girl really is pretty. Her face practically says 100,000 spirit stones. A red grade token, plus a favor from Liu Yuqin. She's practically a walking storage bag. Later, I'll find somewhere private and hand over the Linglong pill. The Dao gang needs spirit stones badly. It's just what we need. Dao Master? These days, any fool thinks he can call himself master, and you're carrying that busted umbrella. Afraid of rain, or of getting your legs broken. Wang Hu, don't push your luck. Brother Dao is my honored guest. Say one more rude word, and you may not leave Prince Chen's manor alive.
He's the eldest son of the Southern Guard General's manor. His father commands nearly half of Chuxia Kingdom's troops,
and is the ruler's trusted aide. Touch a hair on me, and I swear my father will lead an army across the great mountain border in an hour, and level this Prince Chun's manor too. A Prince Chun's manor without even a golden core cultivator is just a title with no power? You really think you're some young prince? If it weren't for Liu Yuqin begging me to come to this dump, I wouldn't have come. Wang Hu, I'll say it again. We're not close. 'Cause trouble if you want, but don't drag my name into it. This idiot is already on Dao Master's kill list. He's as good as dead. Anyone Dao Master wants dead, I've never seen live long. Last time, the 9-demon boy at Peak Foundation establishment said he'd kill me in 3 days. Didn't he die all the same? Cultivators are people too. And people die. You're scolding me for some outsiders? I've already sent people to find the Linglong pill you want. It should arrive soon. I worked hard for so long to get this one pill for you. And now you want to cut ties with me? Fine. When it gets here, I'll feed it to a dog. Well, I'm sorry. Just give me the Linglong pill, and I'll pay all 100,000 spirit stones. The Liu Merchant Guild's red grade token, and a favor from me, Liu Yuqin, will all be yours. Who wants that junk? I don't care about spirit stones, tokens, or favors. I want you. My feelings for you. Don't you know them? Here comes someone after my prize. This man has to die. No one can take those 100,000 spirit stones from me. I must be the one to deliver the Linglong pill. The eldest son of the Southern Guard General's manor dies at Prince Chen's manor in Great Zhou, and the waters will get nicely muddied. Send people to find the Linglong pill? Wait, he said he found the Linglong pill. Could that person be the 9-demon boy? No matter what, I must be the one to deliver the Linglong pill. Don't go too far. Even if I agree, do you think your father would allow it? The Liu family is rich enough to rival a nation. Their merchant guild ranks first in Chuxia Kingdom. Wang Hu's father controls half of Chuxia Kingdom's army. Once wealth and military power join forces, even if the Wang family has no intent to rebel, the ruler will never allow it. Stop using my father to pressure me. It's not like we have to marry. We can just be bed buddies. What do you take me, Liu Yuech, for? What's wrong with women? The 100,000 spirit stones and red grade token must be mine. That's beyond question. If the 9-demon boy is the one Wang who sent for the pill, then this gets tricky. Anyone can verify that I killed someone in the street. Sooner or later, he'll hear the rumors. If the 9-demon boy wasn't sent by him, then once his men get the Linglong pill, they'll take the 100,000 spirit stones meant for me too. Even if I get the stones first, he'll surely hate me for it. So Wang Hu must die, without leaving a trace. Best if someone else does it. Young prince, let's swallow this insult. Wang Hu's status is unusual after all. If it were me, I'd beat the hell out of him. No one can insult old Chun like that. If you're a man, draw your sword, and let me see if your strength matches that big mouth of yours. Big brother, isn't there a problem with your plan? What's the problem? I said the Dalgang would cause a bloody storm. Didn't we kill the 9-demon boy as soon as we got to the capital? The 9-demon boy was an elder of Spirit Spring sect, and we killed him just like that. Was I wrong? But, big brother, this isn't a bloody storm. A bloody storm needs at least hundreds or thousands dead. Even if not thousands, there should be a few hundred, right? But only the 9-demon boy has died so far. We brothers sold all our property to buy funeral service supplies. Now the Dalgang even took the corpse, and we have nothing left. At this rate, we brothers won't even afford food. Don't rush. Let me think. Third brother, how did that thing I asked you to do go? Don't worry, big brother. It's done. That man's father just died yesterday. He's looking to get rid of that junk, and we're willing to pay for it. We're doing him a favor. Come on, let's leave the city. But big brother, what do we need that junk for? Just follow me. Do I have to explain everything to you? Who's the big brother here, you or me? 3 run-down mud brick rooms stood on the outskirts. The roof was full of holes. The yard was littered with discarded herbal dregs. You're the ones buying? That's right. I'm Wang Dahu. Just call me Dahu. This is my second brother, Wang Erhu. And this is my third brother, Wang Sanhu. You must be the old man's son. The sharp smell of herbs mixed with mildew and the stench of someone who never bathed hit them head on. The house was piled with jars and bottles everywhere, inside the cold medicine furnace. The gray-brown brew had long hardened into crystals. Wind blew in through holes in the roof, sending bits of grass swirling across the floor. The 3 brothers inspected the relics around the room. But the owner only cared how much they could pay. Everything's here. How much are you offering? Man, you're way too filthy. At least take a bath. I've dug graves that didn't smell this bad. I can't wash up. It'll wash away my luck. The stuff is right here. Where are the spirit stones? Bring out the spirit stones. And take it all. This gambler was the dead old doctor's only son. The old doctor's skills were mediocre. He treated someone to death when he was young, and paid out everything he had. After that, he shut himself away for over a decade, claiming he'd soon attain enlightenment and become an alchemist. But he merely brewed medicine until he died of old age. Wang Daohu came here this time, for these jars, bottles, and herbs. No, we didn't bring any spirit stones. You didn't? Are you messing with me? We can't say we brought none at all. These spirit fragments aren't enough, but I know you're a seasoned gambler. I also brought a secret gambling technique, passed down by the gambling saint. It guarantees a win. The gambling saint? You mean the master who used 3 spirit stones in a year to win 1,000,000 spirit stones? That's right. I'm sure you know him. Nonsense. Who in the world doesn't know the gambling saint? He's the peak every gambling cultivator dreams of. You really have his winning secret. I swear on my life. This is the gambling saint's never shared winning secret. I'll use this secret to trade for the jars, bottles, and herbs in your house. If it's real, then we have a deal. The method is simple. Do you know the game called Big or Small? Of course. It's what I play most. Then let me ask you, what's the most rounds you've lost in a row? 12. It was drizzling that day. I'd bet small and it came up big. I'd bet big and it came up small. Until I lost all my spirit stones, then went home empty-handed. Relying on luck is the worst way to gamble. To truly win, you don't rely on fate, but on human effort. Say you bet 1 stone on big, but it comes up small. You've lost 1 stone. Next round, bet 2 stones on big. What kind of method is that? What if I lose again? Simple, then bet 4. If 4 lose, bet 8.
If 8 lose,
Double it again next round, and so on. No matter how many times you lose at first, as long as you win once in the end, you win back everything you lost. And after doing the math, you'll still net 1 spirit stone. That's how the gambling singer never loses. His secret never shared with anyone. You won't lose more than 12 times in a row. So what if you lose 20 or 30 straight? Even if you lose 100 times, as long as you win the 101st, you'll still win back every loss. Think about it. Can anyone really lose 100 times straight? That's impossible. I'm trading this secret technique for these things. You're not losing out, are you? I get it. I finally get it. So this is the way of gambling. I finally attained the way of gambling. Not a bad deal. Take all this stuff. It wasn't worth much anyway. And I get the gambling saint's priceless secret in return. I finally waited for this day. People this addicted to gambling don't live long. Heaven will claim them sooner or later. Those who truly cultivate the way of gambling gamble against heaven, fate, and men. They never get lost in common gambling dens. Second brother, move all this stuff out. Hey, your dad's dead. Why haven't you buried him? Why leave him in bed? As for my father's belongings, are you interested in buying them? The price is negotiable. 1 spirit stone. 50 spirit shards. How about it? What you're doing is improper. How can you sell an elder's belongings like this? If my family had a junior like you, we'd have disciplined him long ago. Keep your elder's things yourself. Second brother, are you done packing? Yeah, let's go. Careful, don't break anything, These are our treasures for getting rich. Whether we get rich depends on this job. Third brother, what are you thinking? Big brother, that secret of the gambling saint you mentioned. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Win just one spirit stone each time, but make sure you always win. Winning once a day is enough for us to live well. And you're just giving it to that kid? That's such a waste. I didn't understand that senior's way of gambling, but for some reason, it sounds so appealing. If I reach the martial aperture path-choosing realm someday, I want to cultivate the true way of gambling too. But big brother, why do we need all these jars and bottles? Big brother, are you crazy? What is this? You dare pour it on yourself. Poor people are the hardest to fool. They guard their money, like they guard their lives. But those with vast wealth are easiest to scam out of spirit stones. The rich have lots of spirit stones. They don't care about spending a little, and they don't think anyone would dare fool them. So we only scam people with lots of spirit stones. Which family in the capital has the most spirit stones? The Prince of Chun's estate, of course. Big brother, you mean we should pose as doctors and scam the Prince of Chen's estate? But they have resident physicians, and can even contact alchemists. They don't need anyone else. Why would we go there? Isn't that asking for trouble? How is it the same? Can their doctors compare to us? We're masters. This strong smell, like we crawled out of an herbal vat, proves our medical skill. Then we'll sell a few secret remedies. And who would doubt us? But big brother, we don't know how to use these herbs. Won't something go wrong if we go? It doesn't matter. Many people in the Prince of Chun's estate lately have been seeking herbs to restore their health. We'll take these prepared herbs and deliver them in suitable prescriptions. Big brother, that makes sense. Chun II was only sparring with you. Yet you struck so viciously. Don't you know who he is? The young lord of General Jenen's estate. Wang Hu was badly hurt after fighting the young prince. Ordinary wounds could be treated with pills. But the young prince cut off his manhood. Ordinary pills can't fix that. We must find a highly skilled physician at once, to reattach it as soon as possible. He's not like your father. He has status, power, and military command. With that slash of yours, war may not break out right away, but your life is definitely forfeit. If you don't apologize at once, your father's life will end today too. I've said all I can. Take care of yourself. Wang Hu is General Jenen's son? How this will be handled is still uncertain. But Chun II, you may have gone too far this time. You can't handle this. Go get your father now. My sister caused such a huge mess today. Please excuse the spectacle. My father invites you all to tea in the main hall. Follow me, my master once said. The key to cultivating the path of battle is to draw your sword in anger. If you feel anger but suppress it, even endless spirit stones won't bring great success, even if it causes trouble for a while. Your state of mind will be smooth afterward, and your cultivation will soar. Your master really said that? I don't know his name. My master's nickname is the world's fastest sword. Your master wasn't wrong. People think the path of battle relies on spirit stones. But you must follow your heart. When anger rises, draw your sword. Whenever you're angry, you must draw your sword. Otherwise, it festers into inner demons, and cultivation becomes difficult. The path of battle is called the path of battle, because those who cultivate it are either fighting or on their way to fight. People think you can advance in battle by throwing spirit stones around. That's a twisted misunderstanding of battle. For your master to say such things, he really knows his stuff. When did my master ever say that? I totally made that up. So it's actually true? Did I accidentally reveal the true meaning of the path of battle? Then I should cultivate the way of words becoming law. Everything you said is true? Follow your heart, follow your heart. Draw your sword in anger. I understand now. This is the path of battle. I used to think the path of battle was only for rich young nobles. Now I understand. It's about constantly tempering yourself in battle, using your enemy's spirit stones to raise your cultivation. Only then is it worthy of the name Path of Battle. Chandao, let me bow to you on your master's behalf. You've passed on your master's teachings today and helped me understand the true path of battle. The world's fastest sword must have very high standards. He likely won't take me as his disciple, but I have truly received his teaching. May I be your master's disciple in name? When I get back, I'll ask my master first. I'll give you an answer later. All right. Those words were a teaching passed on from my master. Otherwise, he wouldn't have told you, because it could easily make your father think I was harming you, creating needless hostility. What do you mean? Teaching the true meaning of the path of battle would make my father think you're harming me? It's simple. Not many people know the truth of the path of battle, but it's not exactly a secret either. Your father is a prince. He must know. Yet he never told you. It's not that he doesn't want to teach you, but that he fears for your safety. The true path of battle is unlike other paths. Once you step onto it, you'll spend nearly your whole life fighting, and the enemies you meet in life can't all be weaker than you. When you face someone stronger, you can only force yourself to draw your sword and gamble your life. If you back down, an inner demon will take root, and your path of battle will be half ruined. What's even worse is that you may face an enemy far stronger than yourself. When many people face such foes, they don't even dare draw their swords. If a battle cultivator doesn't dare draw, at best they'll fall to mortal rank within 3 days. At worst, their heart will seal shut, drop dead. It'll also leave pent-up resentment. Not because you didn't yet know the true battle path back then, but now you know it, understand it, and accept it. From this moment on, you've set foot on the true battle path. From now on, if you back down, you'll be left with pent-up resentment. If you feel fear, your realm will fall. But if you face your fear, or even overcome it, your realm will surge like a flood, until you soar to new heights. That is the battle path. Fight without end your whole life, betting your fate on sainthood or death. That is the true battle path. Does the Bai clan practice this true battle path too? Not exactly. Very few people practice this kind of battle path now. After all, the death rate is too high. In a person's life, there will always be times when you can't draw your sword in anger. Just once. And most cultivators switch to the heart cultivation method. Heart cultivation? Isn't the essence of the battle path drawing your sword whenever you're angry?
Exactly.
If you hold back your anger and don't draw your sword, resentment builds up. It's a fight to the death. The way to avoid it is to cultivate your temperament and try not to get angry. If there's no anger in your heart, then there's no holding back your sword in anger, and no resentment will build up. Then live in seclusion as much as possible. No father, no mother, no sons or daughters, no attachments, and fewer karmic ties. Other than yourself, nothing else can stir your anger. The battle path fears holding back an angry sword, so they make sure not to get angry. What a genius solution. That's allowed? Of course, those who cultivate the battle path are mostly mild-tempered and don't anger easily. But once they're truly enraged, only one of the two can live. It's just that with this method, your realm won't rise quickly. The battle path must follow your true heart and advance through battle after battle. With so many fewer battles, your cultivation naturally can't improve fast. It's just a matter of trade-offs. But true battle path cultivators, among those of the same realm, are like gods and demons. Whether in combat experience or ruthlessness, they completely crush opponents of the same realm. Fighting above their realm is nothing unusual for them. I only brought this up casually. I didn't expect Byron to understand the battle path so well. In that case, maybe practicing the battle path wouldn't be bad for me either. I used to wonder, if you just need spirit stones to improve, why isn't it called the spirit stone path? Now I get it. Battle path cultivators fight and kill every day. How would they have time to meditate and cultivate? The spirit stones taken from slain foes naturally go toward improving their cultivation. I'm a battle path cultivator. If you don't move aside, I'm going to get angry. So the name battle path is itself a deterrent. It was just a spar over treasure. But once they get involved, it becomes a fight to the death. Who wants to risk their life for no reason? Senior Bai. Does practicing the battle path mean you can't find a wife? That's right. About 30% of a person's anger comes from the person beside them in bed. If their Tao partner angered them, they either kill them within 3 days or let it fester in their heart. If it festers in the heart, at best, their cultivation can no longer advance. At worst, they drop dead. Almost no women who cultivate the battle path live past the golden core stage, so they can have women around them, but never an official Tao partner. Because of this, the battle path has another nickname, the lone path. It's not that they don't want Tao partners. No woman dares marry them. Ordinary couples fight by the bed and make up by morning, but that won't work with the battle path. No matter what the conflict is, they draw their swords and fight to the death. No wonder Bai Run has been avoiding Princess Bai Ping. Besides, knowing her intentions weren't pure.
He was afraid he'd truly fall for her.
If it really came to that, the consequences would be impossible to contain. Practicing the battle path is fine for me. But if I can't marry and have children, my dad will never agree. Our Chan family is counting on me to carry on the line. We can talk about that later. Let's go to the main hall first. My father is already waiting there. Okay. Now Linglong's army is at our gates. This is a critical time for our two nations to join forces against them. As the young prince of Great Zhou, you actually beheaded the second son of my Southern Guard general's estate in public. Are you declaring war on Changsha on behalf of Great Zhou? Quiet. Nothing's been decided yet. If it can be reattached, there's a way to handle that. And if it can't, there's another way. Let's wait until the doctor is done. Big brother, will this really work? Do we have to make our sign so obvious? What the hell do you know? I've checked it all out. With the Chun prince's estate like this, the men inside must all have that kind of problem. Follow my lead later. We're pulling off a big score this time. Once we get it, we leave the capital at once. We'll never worry about food or clothes again. Big brother, I always knew you'd do great things. I just didn't expect you to go this big.
Honestly.
I'm still a little scared. If we get caught, the three of us will be buried in the capital. We have no parents, no wives or kids. If we're all buried here, there won't even be anyone to burn offerings for us. How about you and third brother go? I'll stay and collect the bodies and tend the graves, so you won't be too poor down there. What do you think, big brother? I think you talk way too damn much. If all three brothers die, and one is left barely alive, I doubt he'd be happy either. I've never believed in burning paper offerings. We're poor while alive. Once we're down there, you think a little paper can make us rich? Big brother, have you ever thought, we're this poor in this life because no one above burns offerings for us? Damn it, don't mess with my resolve. Now, here's the plan. The Chan prince's estate has surely seen many doctors, and they don't lack ginseng or other tonics. We'll offer an exclusive prescription. It only works after 36 days straight. On day 35, we grab the spirit stones and run. Stick with Big Brother, and we'll be famous someday. Hey, I just think we're betting with our lives. Nonsense. The only thing poor people can put on the table is their lives. If poor people don't bet their lives, what can they bet? Keep up. Stop. This is the Chun prince's estate. Unauthorized persons are not allowed near. Unauthorized Do I look unauthorized to you? You street hustlers came all the way to the Chun prince's estate. You've got some nerve. Leave within 3 breaths. Or stay here forever. See this chessboard? If I don't leave within 3 breaths, my head comes off, right? But if I leave after 3 breaths, your head comes off. If Prince Chun finds out you drove me away, your whole family's heads may come off. Who the fuck are you threatening? We're skilled in everything. Skilled in everything? You sure? Sure. I am the 18th generation disciple of the Golden Root sect. These 2 are my junior brothers. We've come down from the mountain to make the Golden Root sect famous. So you mean, you came specifically for the Chun prince's estate?
Exactly.
How did you know what happened at the Chun prince's estate? Our Golden Root sect has a magic treasure that can detect within 1,000 miles. Cultivators with problems down there. That's why, about the Chun prince's estate, we found out quickly. Go report it. The longer you wait, the less time you have. There's such a magic treasure. Of course, the world is vast, and anything is possible. Looks like the Chun prince's estate is in worse shape than I thought. Look how anxious that guard is. The Chun prince's estate has likely had this headache for a long time, and they're desperate to solve it. In that case, we can be a little bolder and name a high price. Take it for 36 days total. 1 bowl a day. We'll charge 100 spirit stones per bowl. Big brother, isn't that a bit greedy? 100 spirit stones for 1 bowl? That's highway robbery. Too much greed will get you killed. Hey, what the hell do you know? For a rich family like the Chun prince's estate, 100 spirit stones is nothing. Besides, if the price is too low, they'll be even less likely to trust us. The more it costs, the more capable they'll think we are. Just wait. From how anxious that guard was, I've already figured out the estate's situation. If all goes well this time, we 3 brothers can make a huge haul and get away clean. Third brother, what are you thinking about now? I was just thinking, big brother, 3,600 spirit stones is so much. How should we spend it? Good question. Take your time thinking. Prince Chun, I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean by a way if it can be reattached, and another if it can't? It means exactly what it says. Changsha. Girl, don't keep saying Changsha this and Changsha that. Are you qualified to speak for Changsha? You're just a woman in Changsha's palace. You can't represent Changsha. If that old man from the Southern Guard General's estate stood before me and spoke in that tone, that would be one thing. But you're not worthy. Even if someone is to be held accountable, it isn't your place to do it. I know you want to use this to establish your status. Later, people will say the Changsha princess in Great Zhou saw her countrymen harmed and boldly held Prince Chun of Great Zhou accountable in court. That would make quite a story. Your reputation in Changsha would soar. You might even win recognition from the Southern Guard General's estate. But you want to step on me to rise. And you're too green for that? You can't rush success. Quiet down. Don't provoke. The younger brother of Great Zhou's ruler on Great Zhou's land. That's advice from an elder. Fine. Then I'll wait for Prince Chun's answer. The annual poetry banquet is always held at Prince Chen's estate. Their relationship shouldn't be this bad. Prince Chun's attitude is a little too harsh. If he's this forceful, he must have something to back it up. Didn't they say the Chun prince's estate only has lots of spirit stones? And not even one golden core cultivator? Wasn't it because the Chun prince's estate was restrained by Great Zhou's internal guard that it doesn't have a single golden core cultivator? My name is Wang Daofu. I'm from Anxi City, Great Zhou. About what happened today, I believe the young prince should be severely punished. Even the emperor is punished like a commoner if he breaks the law, much less a young prince. If your highness severely punishes the young prince today, you will not only comfort the Southern Guard general far away in Changsha, but also create a fine story. Everyone will know your highness is fair, and that the young prince is equal to commoners before the law. You get the best of both worlds. Who says I'm wrong?
Ahem.
Wang Daofu, is it? Yes, please enlighten me. You know the saying that even an emperor who breaks the law is equal to a commoner. I assume you've read some books too. I've been reading since I was young. I've never missed a day. No wonder. Reading every day really can make you stupid. Are you insulting us scholars? Did you hear that? This ignorant fool says reading all day makes you stupid. Great Zhou has no need for fools like him. Yeah. Wait, I think you misunderstood. I'm not saying reading all day made you stupid. I'm saying all of you have already read yourselves stupid. The emperor and commoners are equal before the law. That saying is bullshit. The law was made by the emperor. How could the emperor break the law? If the emperor truly breaks the law, it's not the emperor at fault. The law should change, not the emperor. Do you really think making Great Zhou's young prince share a commoner's punishment would be a good story? What bullshit. Scholars only talk theory, like a chick bragging in a brothel.
It's laughable.
Once word gets out, outsiders will think Great Zhou fears the Zhenin general's manner. They'll think we even sacrificed our own young prince. If a nation can't even protect its own prince, what national might is there to speak of? When the enemy attacks, why would the people trust Great Zhou to protect them? Those armored warriors with spears, willing to die for Great Zhou, will find that before they even reach the battlefield, the state has shamefully sacrificed its own prince, without even resisting. What will they think? Linglong's army is at our gates, openly provoking us. If we bow to the Zhenin general's manner now, Linglong will only see Great Zhou as spent force, easy to crush. And those nearby nations watching like wolves will all pounce to tear a piece of flesh from Great Zhou. The emperor and commoners are equal before the law. That's bullshit to begin with. You bury your nose in dead books. You can't lift a finger, or tell one grain from another. You can't serve in the military, or do business. You've read all your life, and all you read are dead books. How dare someone like you call yourself a scholar? What a joke. You eat Great Zhou's bread, yet speak for Changsha. Back where I'm from, dogs like you get stewed for meat. You've gone too far. I, Wang Daofu, am your sworn enemy. Those words must have echoed most of Prince Chen's thoughts. I won over the man in power. Things will be much easier from here on. I just need to get Liu Yuchen's 100,000 spirit stones soon. Then it'll be secure. Sir, all the physicians in the manor have gone. His life can be saved, but that can't be reattached. All the physicians say it's impossible. Enough, I understand. Leave. Prince Chan just said, there's a way if it can be reattached, and a way if it can't, now that it can't be reattached. I wonder what Prince Chen will do. You should have an answer by now, right? Fine, though it's a bit early. It's about time. Early it is then. I just feel bad for my brother. He'll have to work much harder this time. Didn't you want an answer? Then here's your answer. Report. An 18th generation disciple of the Golden Root sect is outside. He claims he can cure any difficult root problem. And he can reattach young Master Wang's root. They came specifically for young Master Wang Daofu. The chance of success is nearly 90%. Why would anyone name a sect that? Don't they find it weird? And with a 90% chance of success, this is bad. If Wang Hu is cured, that won't be good for me. Bring them in. Yes. Oh my god. Prince Chun's residence is so lavish. Jade beasts all over the ground. And all the pretty girls are here too. Golden Root Sect? That's right. Never heard of it. We've always lived in seclusion. Since you've entered Prince Chin's residence, you must know what problem we need solved. With that attitude, of course he's nervous. Why ask? Obviously. Fine. How much do you want? 36 bowls of medicine total. 1 bowl a day. It will take effect in 36 days. 3,600 spirit stones per person. Spirit stones aren't a problem. But are you sure you can cure him? That man's sinew root has been completely severed. Sure, our sinew root sect is the best at this. No one dares claim second place. Here's 1,800 spirit stones. Once he's fully recovered, I'll pay the other 1,800. Mid-grade spirit stones. One is worth 100 regular spirit stones. These 1,800 are worth 180,000. That's enough to buy the lives of my 18 generations of ancestors. Please give us a storage bag too, Your Highness. Golden Root Sect disciples don't even have storage bags. This is the first time the three of us have entered the world. We really don't. Give him one. Yes. I took such a huge risk. And I haven't even gotten the 100,000 spirit stones from June Cicada. Yet these three fools, because of me, easily got 360,000. Why? At least half the credit is mine. It's not too much to ask for a cut, right? Brother Dao, I feel like I've seen these three before. They look familiar. I just can't remember where. Oh, think carefully. Where did you see them? If we can find out who they are, it'll be easier to act. I really can't remember right now. Their faces just seem vaguely familiar. All right. I'm sure you all heard that. You may leave now. By the way, until Wang Hu fully recovers, none of you may leave Prince Chang's residence. Stay here for the next few days. It's not much of a hardship. Damn, this is bad. I don't want to hear any big secrets. And I don't want to get dragged into faction fights and die for nothing. I just want to make some spirit stones, build up the Dao gang, and let my dad and me become cultivators. Chen Dao, right? Chen Dao greets Your Highness. What are your orders, Your Highness? No orders. These past few days, the name Chen Dao has come up around me quite often. Even my brother mentioned you several times. I didn't expect to meet you in person today. I'm just a mere mortal. I don't deserve Your Highness's concern. No, my brother is quite interested in you. He even came to tell me about you yesterday. Prince Chun's brother is the current emperor. He came all the way over yesterday to discuss me? Why am I worthy of that? This is ridiculous. That sure death mission yesterday was probably assigned to me after they discussed it. Looks like Prince Chun and the emperor aren't at odds like rumors say. He keeps calling him brother. They're very close. Do you know how my brother views you? How would I dare guess His Majesty's thoughts? My brother said, you may be a spy from another nation. What you said in the capital was too righteous. When you overdo something, it starts to look fake, but it's only a slight suspicion. After all, you and your father were born and raised in Great Zhou. And what you said in the hall today. Thank you for trusting me, Your Highness. Makes me think you're even more of a spy. How does that make sense? I've always spoken for Great Zhou. How did that make me a spy instead? Do you know where you went wrong? Everyone views things from their own perspective. Take those sect leaders, for example. They know that if they submit to Great Zhou, their status will drop, and they'll lose some benefits. So they've always refused to submit. That's their perspective. I understand it. Take the court officials, for example. They want promotions and wealth. They want better lives for their descendants. I understand their perspective too. Those mortals all have their own perspectives. Even I have my own. But you, Chen Dao, you're different. You've always considered things from Great Zhou's perspective. Only one person considers things from Great Zhou's perspective. That's my brother. Only he would do that. Because Great Zhou is his. Others want Great Zhou to prosper. Because it benefits them. But you're different. You've always thought from Great Zhou's ruler's perspective. As if you have no selfish motives at all. No small greed. Means great ambition. If you're not a foreign spy, then you want my brother's throne. Only in those two cases would you instinctively think from his perspective. So which one are you? The problem is the cultural gap. No one in this world believes in selfless loyalty. Your Highness, I do have some selfish motives. To put it plainly, I want a good future, to bring honor to my family. But I'm absolutely not a foreign spy. I was born in Great Zhou, raised in Great Zhou, and I'll die in Great Zhou someday. From the bottom of my heart, I want Great Zhou to grow stronger. Enough. If there's nothing else, leave. All right. Father. Chen Dao is the wandering master I found this time. Wandering? Chen Dao isn't a wanderer anymore. He's the first director of the Astronomical Bureau. So he's half a government official now. All right, tell me what's going on. Okay. The person who needs your help is inside. If you need anything, shout loudly. I'll have people guard outside. Okay. Isn't it just treating a private ailment? Why make such a big fuss? Whoa, how many rust flowers did they use? More isn't better with this stuff. At this dose, the man in bed won't wake for 3 days and nights. It's just for a private ailment. Did he have to knock himself out with rust flowers first? I don't know. But, big bro, I think we went too far this time. That's 1,800 mid-grade spirit stones. That's equal to 180,000 spirit stones, big bro. Do you really think we can handle that much? If this goes wrong, us brothers could die here. Don't panic. I've got a plan. A private ailment like this is a scandal. Even if we run, the Prince Chan's estate won't hunt us down over this. Besides, 180,000 spirit stones only seems like a lot to us. When Prince Chan gave us those stones, did he hesitate at all? Listen to me. Once we're done, we brothers will be rich. All right, what do we do now? Just sit for a while, then leave. Say we're only observing today. And we'll start mixing the medicine tomorrow. Tonight, we'll take the 1,800 mid-grade spirit stones and run. We don't need the other half. All right. That stuff wasn't tiger penis wine at all. Big bro, second bro, this doesn't look good. Nothing's going to happen, right? No. At most, he'll be traumatized. It shouldn't hurt him physically. Who knew the jar didn't have tiger penis in it? Leave him alone. Let him dry heave by himself for a bit. It'll cure his drinking habit too. Prince Chan invited me here, not to improve his health. For that kind of money, he wants me to restore this man's severed manhood. Heavens above, I really don't know how to do this. I need a way out. Let's take this and run first. I told you to watch which way Liu Yushen went. Which way did she go? The servants took everyone from Changsha Kingdom to the small courtyard next door. Good. Lead the way. Princess Beiping is guarded by a golden core cultivator. One golden core against an army is no joke. Why does Prince Qian's estate dare say that? Until Wang Hu recovers, no one from Changsha Kingdom can leave. Given Prince Qian's ties to His Majesty, his estate must have golden core cultivators. Even Princess Beiping has a golden core cultivator by her side. Wang Hu's status is even higher than hers. Yet he has none by his side. Is the Southern Guardian General really that confident? Forget it, none of this concerns me. I only care about the 100,000 spirit stones Liu Yuchen has. If Wang Hu isn't cured, we aren't allowed to leave the estate. Prince Chen is way too overbearing. Changsha Kingdom and Great Zhou have always been allies. This will affect relations between our countries.
Exactly.
I am Chen Dao. Is Miss Liu Yueqi here? So young, yet your words are quite sharp. That speech you gave in the main hall was rather grating. I just want to get the 100,000 spirit stones soon and leave Prince Chen's estate. Is Miss Li Yuchen here? I have urgent business with her. What do you want with me? I know young Master Chen, so I know his matchmaking habit. I'm sure he's mentioned me to you. But let me be blunt. I don't like you either. Looks like I cleared Chen II just now, and that made him dislike me. He thinks I'm one of her usual suitors. But before I get the spirit stones, I'm always very patient. Would you come somewhere quiet with me? There are things I need to tell you. No way, this guy wants to court Miss Liu Yuchen. The ones who dare pursue her are all heirs of great families, or top disciples of sects. Even if others admire her, they can only hide it in their hearts. This guy has no power or influence, yet he dares say it in public. Does he think just because he's tied to the young prince of Chen Manor, he's somebody? Do I need to be even more blunt? I don't like you. No, not that. It's something else. Say it here if you have something to say. It's not convenient here. Can we find somewhere less crowded? Do I need to say it again? Say it here. You bastard.
You, Meng.
Fine. Then I'll say it here. The Linglong pill has a shady source, but with 100,000 spirit stones on the line, what's a little risk? I heard someone found you a Linglong pill. You'll pay 100,000 spirit stones, a red tier token from the Lu family guild, and owe them a favor, right? Don't tell me you have one. Yes, I do. It's real. It's real. It's a real Linglong pill, haha. Now that it's been confirmed, shouldn't you fulfill your promise? Of course I'll keep my promise. But your attendant insulted me just now. I want one of his fingers. Otherwise I won't honor the deal. Shameless. Miss Liu Yuchen, let me give you some honest advice. Since I've delivered, just keep your promise. Don't make more trouble. It's better for both of us, isn't it? Who said we're friends? I hold grudges. Don't you still owe a favor? Use that favor to forgive my man, okay? No deal. Give me the finger. Or turn around and leave. One less finger won't hurt me, Taoist. Enough. Don't be stupid. Your finger is worth far more than 100,000 spirit stones. Forget the 100,000 spirit stones. Come with me. He's really giving up 100,000 spirit stones? Fine. This lets me break the deal. Save spirit stones. And no one can call me untrustworthy. Congratulations. You got what you wanted. Taoist, it was my rashness. If not for me, we'd have the 100,000 spirit stones by now. Don't blame yourself. Even without this, she'd have found another excuse. But after visiting Chen Manor, I've realized quite a lot. Taoist, I don't quite understand. I used to think cultivation was sacred, at least far more sacred than banditry. But today I learned Cultivation is no different from banditry. Mortals have their rules, and cultivators have theirs. They all bind people. Cultivation is just like banditry. It's all about taking spirit stones. From now on, we'll cultivate our way. Leave those 100,000 spirit stones with her. Within 3 days, I'll take back double. Okay, he looks gentle, but he's surprisingly hateful. I wouldn't call it hate. 100,000 spirit stones isn't a small sum. Go buy a box of pastries. We're heading home. Okay. Oh, Doist. What about Byron?
Ignore him.
Get back to the manor now. Chun Manor has a sword formation.
It's safer.
Yes. Not bad. Second stage key refining wasn't that hard. Your master said it'd take 1 or 2 years. But it didn't. Just a few days.
Easy.
No, how is that possible? No one in the Doist gang or Tiger gang has reached second stage key refining. Father was the first. Could father be a cultivation genius? And I'm the useless one? Ahem, not bad. Didn't expect that, huh? You didn't expect it. And neither did I. Who'd think your old man was a cultivation genius? Had I known I was a cultivation genius, I'd have cultivated long ago. Then the Chun family now would at least be a cultivation family. Yes, your father really is a genius. When he reached second stage key refining today, even I was shocked. Reaching second stage key refining in days isn't unheard of, but those are sect geniuses. Those sect geniuses have parents who are at least foundation establishment cultivators. They grow up around cultivation and learn by exposure. Their spirit roots are nurtured from childhood, so naturally their talent is good. But your father is completely different. Someone of mortal birth like him, starting cultivation at nearly 60, is already very rare. And reaching second stage key refining in days. He's the first I've ever seen. I tested your father's spirit roots too.
He only has a fire spirit root.
And it's frighteningly pure. Single root geniuses aren't unheard of, but usually one spirit root merely dominates, while the others still remain. Because they cultivate so fast, they're called single-rooted. But your father is different. He has a truly pure fire spirit root. It's so pure that I wonder whether his other 4 spirit roots were burned away by the fire root. To put it bluntly, even though your father started late, with such a pure fire spirit root, he could choose any major sect in Great Zhou. A direct disciple position is guaranteed. Any sect would do all it could to raise someone with golden core potential. Any sect would fully support his golden core path. So my sure path to the golden core wasn't something else. It was this deeply hidden genius old turtle.
Ahem.
Dao, haven't you reached second stage key refining yet? Cultivation takes hard work. Though your talent is a little lacking, don't get discouraged. One day you'll surpass me. Nice. Haha. You're really hoping your dad becomes a dragon, huh? Father, you need to work harder. Become a golden core master, so your son suffers less. By the way, how do you break from second stage key refining to third stage acupoint nurturing? You don't need one. You only need a cultivation method at foundation establishment. From the second stage to the third. Just use spiritual energy to nourish your body. Then cultivate one more acupoint within it to hold your natal spiritual energy. This also depends on talent. Outside help can work too. If a golden core cultivator personally guides spiritual energy to nourish the whole body, the process will naturally be much faster. Or take spirit replenishing pills. They can speed things up too. Spirit replenishing pills restore spiritual energy. When key refining cultivators nourish their whole bodies, spiritual energy is constantly used up, just drawing in heaven and earth energy. The recovery is too slow. Spirit replenishing pills can greatly speed up recovery. 5th grade spirit replenishing pills are made for the second orifice key refining stage. They contain little spiritual energy, but that's just right for the absorption rate. If you rashly use a Foundation Establishment Cultivator's first grade Cure replenishing pill, too much spiritual energy may rush in and explode inside your body, causing a cultivation accident. Spirit replenishing pills aren't expensive. 10 spirit stones per bottle. Each bottle has 6 pills. If you're diligent, 6 pills a day should be enough. Could we just use spirit stones then? We could, but it wouldn't be suitable. Spirit stones are mainly for cultivators at Foundation Establishment and above. Those below Foundation Establishment can't absorb even 10% of their energy. Though they're faster and purer than the pills, they're far too wasteful. Clearly not right for us. Right, they're not for us. I got plenty of spirit replenishing pills from Elder Ying of Spirit Spring Sect, and from the apothecary. At least we're not short on them for now. Master, the second orifice key refining stage mainly uses spiritual energy to nourish the body, then forms acupoints to hold natal spiritual energy. That's right. The third orifice acupoint nurturing stage's main task is to nurture natal spiritual energy. Looks like I still need to find Father. A fine natal spirit weapon. No need to aim too high. A natal spirit weapon at the acupoint nurturing stage can be replaced. Any magic tool will do for now. It can be replaced later, but it's best to choose a magic tool that suits you best. If you're best with a blade, find a blade. If a spear feels right, find a spear. Once you have a chance to reach golden core, that's when you need a true natal spirit weapon. Then, it must be nourished with your heart's blood, bearing the power and risk of natal spiritual energy. Then that energy is like your fifth limb, fully under your control, and far more powerful than ordinary spiritual energy. But if your natal spiritual energy is damaged, a cultivator may cough blood and collapse, or even fall back to Foundation Establishment. Golden Core cultivators usually won't easily bring out their natal spirit weapons, like the sword Prince Byron uses. It's not his natal spirit weapon. Once you use a natal spirit weapon, it often means a fight to the death, or a vast gap in cultivation, with no fear of the other side damaging the weapon. Thank you for your guidance, Master. Without you, Master, we'd have taken so many wrong turns. Thank you for your guidance, Master. Thank you for your guidance, Master. No. Get up, get up. After living hidden in this valley for so many years, I never thought in my final days I'd get to taste the bustle of a house full of children and grandchildren. All of you may truly forge your own path someday. There are things I need to tell you beforehand. It's about the path. Master means the 5 orifices path-choosing realm. That's right. Once you reach the 5 orifices path-choosing realm, 3 paths will appear in your mind. You can only choose one. You only get one chance. A month later, you'll establish your foundation. That's when you truly begin cultivation. There are 3,000 great paths in the world. Choosing a path is your first major choice. No matter how gifted you are, only 3 paths will appear in your mind. It's a limit set by heaven. But those 3 paths can be changed. The most common way is taking a path pill. The Linglong pill. That's right. A Linglong pill can make a path appear that wasn't yours. But path pills are very rare. The fewer cultivators a path has, the harder its matching pill is to get. Though few buy Linglong pills, once one is sold, it usually fetches a high price. To make a Linglong pill, you must refine a music cultivator alive until they die. Extract their path, then add herbs to make the pill. That's how Linglong Kingdom's Linglong pills are made. That's how all path pills are made. That's kinda sick. I doubt I could swallow that pill. That's normal. Linglong Kingdom has a strong musical culture. That's why it can produce Linglong pills. In Great Zhou, you can barely find anyone who cultivates the music path. The second way is changing the environment. The environment? Linglong Kingdom raises a group of female pill slaves. They're immersed in music from childhood. Wherever they go, someone nearby is always playing music. Once the music path stabilizes for 49 days, they wash them and toss them into a pill furnace. Then they extract the music path. They artificially control the chosen path. Those are the only two ways. So catch rare path cultivators and make pills from them. Then sell them at a high price. That sounds like a way to get rich. It's not that simple. Making path pills requires an experienced alchemist and generations of trial and error. Someone who makes Linglong pills can't switch to battle path pills. They'll fail every time. Those who can make path pills usually master only one path. So first find an alchemist. You don't plan to make path pills and sell them for a fortune, do you? Weren't you just saying it was sick? I meant eating them is sick. I'm not the one making them. Isn't doing that sick? If it earns spirit stones, it isn't sick. Spirit stones are innocent. Forget it. Raising pill slaves costs a fortune. You don't even have enough spirit stones for your own cultivation. Why raise them yourselves? Can't you just find pill slaves in any sect? It's not that easy. If you just grab people and refine pills, you might not get one pill from 100 people. And you'd waste herbs too. You'll incur blood karma and make enemies, bringing heaven's punishment down on you. They must be raised from childhood for a high success rate. Then using pill slaves won't cause that. That's right. Heaven permits it. That's a bit of a shame. That's why you used to be mortals, unlike disciples of great sects, who decide their future path from childhood. You grew up in too mixed an environment. The paths that appear in the path-choosing realm are completely random, with no pattern to follow. But there's one thing you should know. The 3 paths that appear in the path-choosing realm depend on your deepest obsessions and daily actions. Obsessions? That's right. Take a beggar, for example. His life's greatest obsession is becoming emperor. When he enters the path-choosing realm, one path will most likely appear in his mind. The beggar's path, not the emperor's path. What? His obsession is being emperor. Why would it become the beggar's path? Because the path-choosing realm has a law of heaven and earth. It doesn't look at what you think, only what you do. Simply put, whenever you think of your obsession, what are you doing at that moment? That path may then appear. Whenever that beggar thinks of becoming emperor, he's always begging. So when he enters the path-choosing realm, the beggar's path is most likely to appear. Take a peddler, for example. His deepest obsession is becoming city lord. But whenever he thinks of it, he's selling wild vegetables by the roadside. When he enters the path-choosing realm, the peddler's path will most likely appear. Your environment and daily actions also matter. If you often go to places filled with music, you're more likely to get the music path, but it's not guaranteed. If you often go up the mountain to chop wood, you'll also be more likely to get the woodcutting path. Woodcutting can be a path too. Of course, everything can be a path. What does the woodcutting path do? The more wood you chop, the higher your realm. I don't know the details, but I heard of someone who cultivated the oil-pouring path. The oil-pouring path? Pouring oil can be a cultivation path? Yes. They say there was once a white-haired oil seller in another country. He sold oil his whole life. He could stand upright and pour oil through a gourd opening smaller than his pinky with a ladle. The oil slipped through the hole without spilling a drop, and the gourd never got wet. No one would notice an old oil seller. Until one day, the demon beasts in the nearby mountains went wild. A beast tide was about to wipe out the whole city. The old oil seller stepped out of his shop, his face full of wrinkles, and walked toward the city gate with an oil ladle. His first step entered the body-tempering realm. His second entered the key-refining realm. His third entered the blood-nourishing realm. By the 7th step, he reached the golden core realm. He stood alone outside the city, with a casual wave of his oil ladle. Scalding oil mixed with spiritual energy burst forth. When the hot oil hit the demon beasts, it burned them to bones within seconds. In a single day, He took 7 steps into the golden core realm. Yet he was only an old oil seller. So if you repeat one thing your whole life, you can become like him? Not quite. Reaching golden core in 7 steps in one day shocked several nearby nations. Countless people went to investigate afterward. In the end, they found out that when he was young, the oil seller went out to gather red tail flowers.
He accidentally ate the main herb for a grade 2 red tail pill.
Only golden core cultivators can take it. Anyone below foundation establishment could die from eating it by mistake, let alone a mortal. Perhaps ignorance gave him courage, or perhaps heaven favored him. He had no idea what a red tail flower was. He just thought it looked red and appetizing. So he tossed it in his mouth and crunched it down. He didn't die. He only fainted on the spot. When he woke again, more than a month had passed. When he returned to the city and saw a white funeral cloth overhead, and his family's horrified faces, he learned how long he'd been unconscious. But the old oil seller didn't know. The spiritual energy in the red tail flower had spent the month he was unconscious, kept remaking his body. He broke through to the 1 aperture body realm, then the 2 aperture key refining realm. After that, his realm kept rising, until the 5 aperture path choosing realm. Only then did the Hongwei flower's power temporarily go dormant. But the old oil seller himself never knew any of this. The night he went home, the old oil seller had a dream. 3 paths appeared in his dream. One of them was the oil pouring path. He had no idea what they were, so he casually chose the oil pouring path. After waking up, he used the Hongwei flower's remaining power, without even taking a foundation establishment pill, and charged straight into the foundation establishment realm. Of course, the old oil seller knew none of this. He even felt that his body had no more strength than usual. His realm and spiritual energy were hidden deep in his body, and had never truly awakened. So he kept selling oil every day, pouring oil into gourds day after day. Nothing in his life changed. But with this oil pouring path, pouring oil could raise his cultivation. The old oil seller had no clue, and poured his way all the way to the golden core realm. When the beast tide was about to flood the city, he suddenly had an epiphany under the threat of death. That was how he reached golden core in 7 steps in one day, and set heaven and earth ablaze with a flick of his hand.
Damn.
Master Dao, got any peanuts? I feel like I'm hearing a storyteller at a tea house. It'd be a waste not to eat a few. Is this legend real or fake? Golden core in 7 steps. Is golden core really that cheap? You can reach golden core just by pouring oil? When did the bar get so low? Naturally. It's true. This shook several nearby nations. What cultivator wouldn't want to reach golden core in 7 steps in one day? Many people went to investigate, but they were all disappointed when they learned the truth. It was clearly heaven's blessing. No one dared take a grade 2 red tail flower with a mortal body, and bet that the 99% death rate wouldn't hit them. But one ladle of oil from the old oil seller turned the beast tide outside the city into a sea of fire, burning with the sunset. Everyone had seen its power. There had never been an oil-pouring path before. Many people were tempted, so they had their children or disciples pour oil from a young age. Later, some people in the path-choosing realm did take this path. Sadly, almost none reached golden core. Why was that? The reason was simple. Those who could afford to raise a child to the path-choosing realm weren't short on spirit stones. But the oil-pouring path required constant oil pouring to improve. These children came from decent families. So pouring oil every day like the old oil seller was too hard. Some kept at it for 3 or 5 years. But what about 10, 50, or 100 years? No one could pour oil for a lifetime. That was the rise and fall of a path. After the old oil seller shook the continent, he gradually faded into obscurity. Why could a golden core cultivator establish a sect and keep a family going for generations? He'd been poor his whole life, then suddenly got rich. Of course he'd let his family enjoy it. At first, he still poured oil every day. Later, it became once every 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, then once a month. Until he couldn't even pour the oil right. He looked to the sky and sighed, then gave up completely. Other golden core cultivators had immortal arts, but he had no predecessors to learn from. He could only create his own, but he knew nothing about cultivation.
His only attack was gray oil.
Later, he was ambushed by someone at his level in a fight over profit. He and his family died on the spot. Only the legend of reaching golden core in 7 steps in one day, and setting heaven and earth ablaze with a flick of his hand remained. What a pity. If he'd kept pouring oil day after day, even if he only had one move, he should have gone farther. No pity, getting rich overnight changes people. Everyone knows that. But when it's time to choose, only you know what you'll do. Start thinking now about what path you want to cultivate, and create an environment that suits it. At least it can raise your odds by 10 or 20%. Okay, once you choose a path, there's no turning back. You must be careful. You all should start thinking too, and create more suitable environments. I want to cultivate the attendant path. The stronger my master is, the stronger I become. Master Dao is my master. The stronger he gets, the stronger I get. Chun Dao wants to cultivate the king path. The stronger you are, the stronger he is. And you're cultivating the attendant path. The stronger he is, the stronger you are. So which one of you is even cultivating? Master, is there a path that doesn't care about talent? Doesn't need spirit stones, and anyone can cultivate? There is indeed a path that doesn't require talent, doesn't need spirit stones, and doesn't require insight either. Master, hurry up and tell us, what path is it? Have you heard the saying, lay down the butcher's knife and become a Buddha on the spot? I get it. It's the Buddhist path. Sounds a lot like the merit path. No, it's the complete opposite. Pick up the butcher's knife and become a demon on the spot. In other words, the demonic path. This path is extremely easy to cultivate. You only need to kill people to greatly boost your cultivation. The more you kill, the faster you grow. For other great paths, once you reach foundation establishment or golden core, killing mortals is useless. But the demonic path is different. Even at higher realms, killing mortals still raises your cultivation. The gain is small but easy, and there's not even any risk. You only need to kill 100 people before the path-choosing realm, and the demonic path will appear among the 3 paths. 100 years ago, an old nascent soul monster took in a final disciple. He spent 3 years raising his disciple to the 5 aperture path-choosing realm. Then, in only 3 days, that disciple entered the golden core realm, which countless people dreamed of. The price was 2 nations left without a single living thing, not even a blade of grass. Blood flowed like rivers, and wronged souls lingered all year. The 2 nations became forbidden lands from then on. As long as you have backing, foundation establishment in 1 day, golden core in 3 days, and even 7 nascent soul realms are no problem. Why does that sound a little tempting? Tempting my ass. Cultivating the demonic path makes you the enemy of the whole cultivation world. Everyone will kill you. To this day, every demonic path cultivator has died, if not under a lightning tribulation, then like that nascent soul monster 100 years ago who took his disciples' blood guilt upon himself and was blasted to nothing by lightning stretching 100 miles. That is the demonic path. It grows fast, but it's a path to death. Before the mystic realm, you must never cultivate it. True, I'm a genius with a pure fire spirit root, so there's no need for me to cultivate the demonic path. Dower, you better work hard. The spirit stones, treasures, and immortal arts I need for cultivation need to be ready soon. What the hell did you just say? Other fathers prepare things for their sons. Why do I have to prepare them for you? I'm only at the 1 aperture body realm. I can't even get back 100,000 spirit stones, and you still want to sponge off me.
Ahem.
A mountain can't have 2 tigers. One force can only have 1 voice. The tiger gang will be under your command from now on. Then why don't I retreat and cultivate, while you manage the Dao gang and the tiger gang up front? With your talent, do you think cultivating in peace will help? The Dao gang and tiger gang's 100 men are counting on you for spirit stones and artifacts. Over 100 artifacts? You've got some nerve asking. We must get those 100,000 spirit stones back soon. All right, dinner's ready. Go grab a bite. Okay. The road ahead is actually simple. You could even call it the Spirit Stone Road.
His Majesty handed out 100 batches of herbs yesterday.
The Dao Gang and Tiger Gang won't have to worry about medicinal baths for now. But the medicinal baths take 49 days. They haven't reached the one orifice body realm yet. After reaching the body realm, they'll need spirit pills. After key refining, they'll need blood-nourishing artifacts. Every step takes spirit stones. This hole's just too big. Once they master their training, then I can make some big moves. I won't have to bow to anyone anymore. We must get those 100,000 spirit stones soon. Once he's alone, I've got several ways to deal with him. But he's under house arrest. He can't leave the estate for at least a month. Who knows what day Liu Yuchen will die in Prince Chen's estate. Her end won't be good. When the guards reported that Golden Root sect disciples sought an audience today, Prince Chan rose at once. Why did he stand up? Naturally, he's already ready to make a move. If Wang Hu can't be cured, a clash between the two nations may be unavoidable, since a conflict is foreseeable. Fuli's surviving people are prime bargaining chips. So until he's fully healed, no one from Changsha can leave. If he can be cured, they can stall a while longer. If not, some things are useless even if you see through them. With such weak strength, you don't even qualify to get a slice of the pie. Golden Root sect disciples can easily take so much. But my trip today was completely wasted. Sigh, let's sleep first. I'll deal with tomorrow's matters tomorrow. You're really this diligent? Every day when I wake up, you're practicing punches.
Hey, Master said.
The body realm needs more body breaking, so I can reach the second knock key refining realm faster. Before, even if I wanted to cultivate, I never had the chance. Now that I finally do, of course I have to hold on tight. I can't be like the oil seller, letting an opportunity come and then watching it slip away. Get cleaned up too. We're heading out. Where to? Just follow me. Let's disguise ourselves first. No need to walk. Go get ready. Come with me. Sword Saint.